We're into Sunday afternoon. Jenny here live and Rugby ready on BBC One. Wakefield Trinity take on Wigan Warriors.
Magnificent atmosphere. What a majestic piece of rugby. It does not get better than that. He missed it. And he Manchester won it. And he jumps for joy. Wow. That is one sensational try. Okay, have won the Challenge Cup.
Probably the sport which has brought most fame to the city is rugby league football, and the Wakefield Trinity Football Club is known wherever the game is played.
People talk about history as though it's in the past, but for us it still feels like it was yesterday.
Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in?
3 times in 4 years we walked those steps.
Miracles I guess.
We didn't just win it then, we owned it.
Moment of glory for Wakefield to take it for the 3rd time. Young Ian Brew, sensational.
What a team we had. Led by Neil Fox, our greatest player and my very best friend.
Neil Fox, what a terrific footballer.
And before you know it, the present can pass you by. In '68, the water splash final, it slipped through our fingers.
He's missed it! He's on the ground, he's missed it! And he's sore in tears, he's a poor lad.
Winners '79, another one gone. And suddenly there's cobwebs on the photographs. It's 63 years since we last won the cup, and in that final we beat Wigan. There's nothing like scoring a try at Wembley.
Brooks going to start under the post. This young lad's going to try. Young Ian Brooks will never forget that moment.
Now there's new life, new hopes and new dreams. And 63 years on, it's Wigan again. And aren't I looking forward to that?
We're all looking forward to it, Ian. That Trinity side from the 60s dominated the game, and the Neil Fox stand here is a fitting tribute to the man who scored just under 4,500 points for the club. Huge thanks to Ian Brook for that lovely opener, a Trinity legend just like his pal Neil, and both are here watching today. For Wakefield in 2026, well, they're aiming to write their own history. Coach Darryl Powell has assembled a talented squad who are strongly competing for major honours as the club looks forward under the ambitions of owner Matt Ellis. As for Wigan, well, they're the record-breaking Cup Kings. The Cherry on Whites have won it 21 times, the last time being in 2024. Winning this is in Wigan's DNA. But Coach Matt Peat knows his players have got to be pin-sharp today, otherwise they could fall to a 3rd successive defeat. It's the weekend's final, Betfred Challenge Cup quarter-final. It's Wakefield against Wigan here at the DIY Kitchen Stadium, and kick-off is less than half an hour away. Well, welcome to a slightly damp and blustery Wakefield. I'm delighted to say we are joined by 4-time Challenge Cup winner Jamie Peacock, the man who lifted the trophy last year, Elliot Minchella, the Hull KR captain, and a guy who would love to get his hands on that trophy, St Helens Tristan Saylor. So I'm standing between you and the trophy. Tris, how much do you want to get your hands on that?
Yeah, definitely. I think with all the history that Saints have, for me personally, to be able to bring that back to the town of St Helens would be amazing.
I can see parallels between Hull KR's journey and Wakefield in terms of the history. When you last won a trophy, you had to get over that hurdle with Hull KR, didn't you?
Yeah, and you're aware of your history. There's a lot of people telling you how many years since your club's won a trophy, so these guys will be reminded of that every day. But what better way to rewrite some wrongs and, you know, write their own history. This 2026 squad could go all the way for me, and yeah, they'll have their own motivations to get their hands on the trophy.
You played Wigan last week, you beat them in the Good Friday derby. What did you make of them?
We did. It was an exciting game, and we obviously scored that bunch of tries at the end. But they're a strong team, and they've obviously had a bit of form struggles at the moment with a few injuries and finding that continuity. So today will be a great game, and I think their championship calibre could really come into the fore today.
It's one of those too close to call, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I think we saved the best quarter-final till last, really. I think if you look at historically in the Challenge Cup, it's a small number of teams that have been winning it week in, every single year. Wigan were a part of that monopoly trying to do that, and then we've got Hull KR, a side that broke through, disrupted that, and I think Wakefield want to do that, and they've got everything around them was going to allow them to do that. They've got a great coach, they're playing really well, they won 5 in a row, they're playing at home as well there, and we've got a Wigan side who are struggling at the moment, are out of form, conceded 90 points in the last 3 games, so I think it's going to be really challenging to call this game the final quarter-final.
I might ask you to do it a little bit later on, Jamie. Well, before we move on, Warrington booked their place in the semi-finals last night with a victory over Lee. They won 24-10, and this try set up by the boot of Mark Sneed and scored by Ben Curry set them up for that win. They're just 80 minutes away from a 3rd consecutive Challenge Cup final. So we've had wins for St Helens, Hull KR and Warrington, and the draw for the men's semi-finals is here at half-time on BBC One, so don't miss that. So who will be the final team in that draw? We'll check on how Wakefield and Wigan line up in a moment after this form guide from Sharon Shortall.
With Wembley just 2 wins away, this match is too close to call. Wakey had a shaky start to their season, losing 2 of their first 3 Super League games, but they've now hit their straps and are on a roll.
Johnson's got the pace, and he's going to score a fantastic try!
They beat Hull FC at home before a massive win against Leeds in the 4th round of the Cup.
And it's a wonderful try from Wakefield Trinity.
Jack Sinfield, son of Kevin, was the player of the match in that 24-14 win, and he starred in their following victories over Lee and York. Last week, Sinfield missed out, and Mason Leno was back at scrum half against Castleford. And in arguably their best performance of 2026, they scored 7 tries in a 34-0 success to register their 5th win on the spin.
Cameron Scott will round it off for Wakefield.
Wigan started their season strongly, enjoying Super League wins over Cass and Hull FC before smashing local rivals Lee 54-0.
This has been outstanding from that defence side.
Despite injuries to Jake Wardle, Jay Field and Bevan French, they were too strong for Bradford in the Cup and Toulouse and York in Super League. 5 wins from 5, top of Super League, and all going well until 2 weeks ago. In the shock of the season, bottom club Huddersfield stunned them 34-16 at home.
Bloom will win it for Huddersfield!
That defeat was then followed by a Good Friday derby defeat to St Helens, leading 24-10 with just over 8 minutes left. 4 tries in 7 minutes sealed a dramatic comeback for Saints.
This is now beyond the realms of fiction.
What it all means in Super League is Wigan lie 3rd and Wakefield 4th, with both teams level on 10 points. And that's why it's set up to be a Challenge Cup classic today.
Well, let's take a look at the 2 teams, starting with Wakefield, and Mason Leno keeps his position in the halves alongside a bang-in form Jake Truman. And look out for Mike McMeegan, who'll be leading that big pack around the field for Wakefield. Wigan bring in Sam Essay at prop for Ethan Haddard, who went off with a head injury, head knock last week. Junior Nsemba is fit to play despite coming off with an ankle injury last week. No Bevan French, so Jack Farriman continues in the halves alongside Harry Smith. Tristan, are you a little bit surprised that Junior Nsemba is playing after he came off with the ankle injury last week?
Yeah, it seemed pretty bad last week, I think, and when he went off, the game sort of changed a bit. So to see him suiting up for them, it's a big in for Wigan, and he's very influential in this game, and it could be the difference.
Yeah, I think it's a huge add for Wigan. I think Wigan are lacking attacking threats at the moment. I think Nsemba bringing in is a player that will help all the other players around him, and it'll create some chaos in the defence as well.
And in the halves, Mason Leno keeping his place. It seems harsh on Jack Sinfield, who kept it, but it's that pairing, isn't it?
Yeah, and I just think there are different types of half-back. I think Jack Sinfield's more about the strategy of the game, where Mason Leno's proven in these type of games, and Jack can feel unlucky not to be in the team for this game, but I'm sure in quarter-finals, semi-finals that Wakefield want to be in future, he'll be in and around and in the team as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think Mason Lino brings in experience. You know, he's 32 years old. He's been around the block. He's played in many a game. So him and Truman have got that great partnership, and I think they complement each other great as well. So yeah, I think they've gone with the experience over the young Sinfield today.
Well, the stakes are huge today. Daryl Powell has been speaking to Kevin Brown.
Well, we're lucky enough to be invited into the home dressing room of Wakefield Trinity today, and we've got Daryl Powell, the head coach. Daryl, happy to have the home comforts in the quarter-final of the Challenge Cup?
Yeah, I think anytime you're at home, particularly in a big game like this, quarter-final, against an awesome team like Wigan, then being at home and getting that support that we get from our fans is always a help.
And it's a completely different look to the changing rooms and the ground. There's so much history, and that's represented. We've got Max Jowett, Terry Crook, we've got Jeff Oakes, and we've also got Danny Kermond. But how important is it today to make your own history?
Yeah, it is. I mean, we spoke about that a little bit. You know, the club, won the Challenge Cup last time in the 60s when it had an unbelievable group of players and the club was flying. We spoke about, for players nowadays, it's about what they can do to add to that history. Matt always talks about putting some colour into the trophy lifts in this place. So a lot of them are black and white. So, put some colour into it. We always try and play with colour, and if we can do that, then it'll be a special time for the club.
Yeah, and you do play with colour, and at the minute you've got a lot of momentum. What would it do for the club, not only to win today, but to get to the Challenge Cup final and start winning some trophies?
Yeah, well, that's the aim. Obviously, everybody wants to win something. I mean, being genuine and being capable of doing that is what it's all about. And I think for us, he's proving that we're genuine at that top table. And I feel like we've started the season really well, a little bit creaky at times, but we're building momentum. But look, you can't take away from what Wigan are, and we know that we're playing against a team who win trophies on a regular basis. For us to prove that we can be on that top table, I think, is really important today.
Well, we've just walked out of the changing room, and just before 1 o'clock today, you'll be having your last couple of words to the lads. What is it that you'll give them, and what message will you leave them with?
Well, I think to do ourselves justice, I think we've trained real well, we've played well building up to this. Thought we were great last week, but this is a step up, and I think you need to step up, and I think you've got to start well. They've been rattled a little bit, and they're going to come out with all guns blazing, so we've got to be able to match that right at the start of the game.
Well, Daryl, all the very best.
Cheers, Gav.
Cheers.
Elliot, he's doing a really good job, isn't he, having brought them through from the Championship and building into a real Super League force.
Yeah, really impressive. I think the word Kev used there was momentum, and I think this club has a bag full of momentum. I think by how many people are here, what Matt Ellis has done off the field, but what Daryl Powell's done on the field is unbelievable. They had the year in the Championship, they learned how to win again, and then brought that into the Super League last year, made the playoffs, going really well, 5 on the row in the league. And for me, the defence has been on. They didn't concede a point last week away at Castleford, which is really tough, and they'll be looking to build on that here today, get their defence right against this Wigan side, but keep the momentum going.
And Tris, what's it like to come and play here against this Wakefield side?
Yeah, definitely. It's a hostile environment. I got warned about coming here because the crowd has such a big factor on the game, and that's what I think we'll see today. I know Wigan have had their troubles playing at this pitch, but yeah, it's going to be a great game, and as we said, Wakey's momentum with the crowd behind him, it's going to be awesome.
Jake Truman is a player that Daryl obviously brought through at Castleford. He's now got him here at Wakefield, and he's getting a real tune out of him, and he's playing beautifully.
Yeah, it's a hugely important part of the way I think Daryl Powell's sides play. They like to be free-flowing and attacking with their rugby. As Elliot said, that defensively they're on the money, but it's what they do with the ball that's great. And if you watch Truman, I think the strongest part of Truman's game is his ability to run, take the line on and break tackles. We were speaking off there saying he's a lot stronger than he looks as a player. Not only that, he's got high rugby IQ, stealing the ball here as well. How do you find him, Tristan, as a half?
Yeah, I think, as you said, his runs amazing, and to add that to his pass and kick, that also changed the game. And with the rule change this year and the speed of the game, it's only amplified his ability to break tackles and score tries.
Yeah, I think he's been key to Wakefield's success, him and Lino combining, but his support play, I think he's playing with some real hunger for me. Recently signed a new contract, but getting on the end of things and scoring tries, it's really impressive sign of hunger.
And I think if we see Wakefield win today, these are the type of tries we'll see. The ball going through several pair of hands, Jake Truman backing up on the inside. And if they do want to give themselves justice, that's the word Daryl Powell using, isn't it, Wakefield? Justice, then this guy needs to be 9 out of 10 today.
And when you are looking at that half-back pairing, Why does he and Mason Lino work? What's the compliment there?
I think they both threaten the line, and I think Mason's an orchestrator, and that frees Jake up to do his thing. But the thing is, they're both run threats, they're both pass threats, and they both got a kick. And as a fullback, that makes it hard to sort of plant yourself on one kicker, so it makes it a lot harder.
Well, let's take a closer look at the Trinity team. Kev is out amongst the warm-up.
In terms of attacking teams, there's none better than this team, and it starts at 9. Whether it's Tyson Smoothie or the man on the picture now, Harvey Smith. If any gaps are on, sure, Harvey Smith will pick the ball up and he'll go straight through the defences. But that's not the only threat. After that, they've also got one of the very best creative halfbacks in the Super League competition. This is Jake Truman. For me, he's in career best form. He's had a couple of injury concerns, but now he is fully fit and he's a thorn in everyone's side. But creating opportunities is only one thing. Actually finishing the opportunities is a much more difficult thing than you think. But a superstar finisher here, Tom Johnson. Tom, how's the prep been today?
Yeah, real good. Boys are feeling up for it. We're expecting the very best from Wigan, so we've got to be our best, and we've been there so far.
And at your best, what does that look like?
Solid defence, middle's doing their work, getting over the top of them, really dominating their pack, and then us backs coming off the back of it, you know, with Truey and me.
Opportunities and tries for you?
That's it, yeah. Trying to put me in space and let me do my thing.
Good luck, Tom.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Well, let's switch our attentions to Wigan. They come here off the back of 2 Super League defeats. But when it comes to the Cup, they'll take inspiration, as always, from the greats who have lifted it so many times. Well, I'm delighted to say we've been joined by the Wigan head coach, Matt Peat. Matt, how is everybody? What's the mood in the camp?
All right now. Tough weekend last weekend. Yeah, it was disappointing to lose the way we did. So yeah, the week's built. It felt like a long week. Probably could have done with the game a little bit sooner, but no, we're all very excited today.
When you see a montage like that of all the greats, including your team that's lifted the Challenge Cup, does that inspire the team? Is it good to have a cup game and not a Super League one this week?
Yeah, I think it does inspire. Gives you confidence. Definitely the fact that we've had some moments and got to finals in the past, but we've spoken just today about people do remember the finals, but it's games like today that define you, when you turn up, backs against the wall, and you win a quarter-final or an early round game when people probably doubting you.
Yeah, and just watching yourselves recently, I think Wigan have always got consistent high standards in defence, and they've dropped off a little bit recently. What do you put that down to, and how have you been looking to fix that, Matt?
I think the last 2 games, I think Huddersfield and the St Helens performance were very different. I think Huddersfield were poor from start to finish, and that was attitude. But last weekend we got taught a few lessons in terms of particularly our right edge, and his discipline as well. I think we, credit to St Helens, but we took the pressure off them by giving some poor penalties. And the way the game is at the moment, it's difficult to defend multiple sets in your own end.
And so when you're looking to fix that, it's a responsibility during the week. Do you put agency on the players to do that, or is it on yourself, or a combination of both? How does that look?
I think the discipline particularly, it comes down to individual accuracy in key moments, doesn't it? And getting that emotional control. Every team wants to be physical and aggressive, but you've got to be accurate first and foremost. So I think there's some responsibility on the players there. The right edge stuff and defending shape, I think that's a lot on coaches, on practice, and then the players get the opportunity to execute now.
Yeah, then my final question would be, there's a lot of history with the Cup with Wigan, obviously, clearly. Would you tap into that history this early on in the Cup, or do you leave that to later on if you can get later on in the Cup?
It's more of a constant thing, that around the training ground. Early in the competition we had a meeting and spoke about what we want to achieve, and this week's been more about some of our family members that we'd like to see get down to London. A few new additions. Luke Thompson's had a baby this week, so it's not something we just pick up and drop when it's Cup weeks. I think it's everything we do.
And Matt, from your own point of view, I mean, we sort of forget that you're relatively young in your coaching career when you look at your opposite number today, Daryl. How much are you learning from weeks like last week and the week before?
Yeah, sometimes it's a reminder, you know, you know that the greatest lessons and the greatest sort of improvements in your team and yourself as a coach come from the dark moments, the bad losses, the tough weekends, but it still don't, you know, it still makes them painful when you sat in them. And yeah, so I look at people like Daryl and coaches who've been around the block, and you know, I know I've got a lot to learn there, but probably weeks like this and hoping that I can help my team get a performance off the back of it, oh yeah, it'll be a great lesson to learn.
Matt, thanks so much for your time as ever. Go well today. We may see you after the game. Well, let's get some more thoughts on Wigan Kevs out amongst their side.
When you play against Wigan, you know one thing, they're going to try and win the arm wrestle. And by that I mean they've got a certain process that they stick to. And that starts off with the wingers. Liam Marshall and Zach Eckersley, their job is to get quick play of the balls, penalties and the team on the front foot. This will be Liam Marshall's job today. But after that, if you can compose that, the next job is the big men. And there's none bigger than this man. 6'7", Sam Walters. His job will be to run through and knock the front door over. And then once you get that done, the next job is the kicking game. And the kicking game is down to this man, one of the very best kickers in the competition, Harry Smith. Harry Smith, how important is your kicking game going to be today, mate?
I hope it's going to be a big factor, you know, especially with it starting to rain. They've got two good halfbacks who can put boot to ball, so we can finish in the right areas and nullify their attacking options. I think it's going to go a long way to getting the win.
Good luck, Harry.
Tris, how important is it that Harry Smith takes on a bit more of a leadership role in this side without Bevan French? He's always seemed to me to be the perfect foil. He does do the organisation, but he's got a lead, hasn't he?
100%. I think it's always been his job to organise, but he's really stepped up in this period, not having Jay, not having Bevan, and sort of having to I guess, help guide Jack Farriman through as well. He's very young, so it's very important, but I think he's stepped up so far, and as always, his kicking game is going to be very influential in this game, as well as his running. His running's been really good this year, and he got us last week a couple of times with that, so it'll be very important.
So if you look to the head-to-head between Mason Lino and Harry Smith, very different players but key for both sides in the middle.
Same positions, different style of play. I think we've spoken about there about Harry Smith's strength as a halfback is his kicking game, his ability to kick long, build pressure off the back of good Wigan defence. But the first person we'll look at is Lino, and he's different. He wants to take the ball into the line, doesn't he? Test the forwards in the middle, Elliot.
Yeah, 100%. His deception is one of his key strengths. You don't know whether he's going to pass, run, kick, and there he goes straight through our defence last season. But yeah, the difference between the two for me is Lino's running game, but he's also got the big moments in him. He can, you know, slot drop goals when it really matters, and he's probably got experience on his side.
When we're speaking today, there might be a golden point in it, and we'll come back to Smith's kicking game here. This is outstanding. I think if we're going to win today, they're going to need plenty of that from Smith as well. And not only is his kicking long, and we watch as he plays here for England, his attacking kicking game as well. Tristan's great.
Yeah, as a team, you have to do a lot of video in the week on his kicking game, and as a back three, make sure you're positioning yourselves right. With this win too, Harry's kicks, they're massive, so it's going to give him a big advantage in field position, and Wigan, as they do, will just jam you up in the corner and keep you there.
And we see him score a great individual try here, but probably something we've not seen today that we spoke about is he needs to run the ball today, doesn't he? We both agree he needs to run the ball, take it into a little bit like Lino does, a little bit like Truman does as well.
Yeah, I think especially late on in the halves, test the middles out, test the big boys in the middle. But I think one thing Harry Smith has got, he's got big game experience. He's won the Challenge Cup, he's won the Grand Final, so I think he's going to be key for Wigan out, where he puts the ball on the last tackle, how he turns Tom Johnston around for Wakefield and puts Wakefield in really tough areas to come out of. But yeah, Harry Smith for me, he's got to nail his kicking game today, and he's got big responsibility.
Tristan, we talk a lot about the rule changes. It has speeded the game up, it's speeded it up along the right. How does that suit different players? And at the beginning of the season we were saying, oh, it suits Wigan. Does it suit them without Bevan French there?
I think it does, because you've got someone like Jay Field. He just came back from injury last week, so he'd struggled a little bit, but this game suits him to a T. But then also we're looking at people like Mason Lino, Jake Truman. This game suits them perfect. I know too, Tyson Smoothie's a good friend of mine, and to play with him, he orchestrates that ruck with deception and can give that to you guys.
You are good mates with Tyson. You kind of grew up together, didn't you? I mean, have you had a chat with him in the build-up to this?
I spoke to him during the week. He's just had a new baby too, so I think we could have a big game from him. But no, another thing with Tyson is a kicking game. As a fullback is something you've got to watch out for, so there could be a 40-20 on the horizon from Tyson Smoothie.
Now, I know you get a bit bored, don't you, when we talk about halfbacks too often. Can we have a bit of muscle? Go on, Jamie, give us a bit of muscle.
You know, you need the brains to play rugby league, that's for sure, but you need brawn and physicality as well. And we're going to look at two players here who bring that physicality, playing slightly different positions, but are physical players. The first one's Mike McMeekin. I mean, I think he's developed into one of the premier middle forwards within the competition, almost one of the best within England, and he has got that late drive and offload, isn't it right, the death of it that hurts teams.
Yeah, I think for me, he's the leader of the pack, but he leads by his actions as well, and these are some of his actions you can see, but he has that real strong base, late offload, which brings in Lino, Truman, and yeah, he leads by his actions in attack and defence.
And then December is different. December's running more out wide, very physical player, I think he's close to 6'7", and he's very difficult to tackle. You'd find it hard to tackle him on your own. He likes to run at the smaller guys. Is that right, Tristan?
As an edge player, coming up against him as a three-man, all you're thinking is you've got to get up really high and make that first contact before he can initiate that. So you've got to try and do that and then wait for your back rower and your help to come in. But it does take probably about 3 or 4 men to tackle him, and then he'll still get an offload away half the time. But he's just so big, powerful and athletic, and it's someone you've always got to watch out for.
I think he's really important with Bevan French missing. I think Wigan need line breaks and people can cause chaos in the defensive line, and this is a man to do it in December. He's a star now, and he's going to be a bigger star in the future too.
Yeah, 100%, and these games are built for stars. Challenge Cup quarter-final, and Junior December is the star of our game, so no doubt he'll be ready for a big one today.
That's difficult though, isn't it? He's a young guy. You wondered if last year it had slightly got to him a bit.
Potentially, but I also sense there's not a lot of panic coming from Wigan. You know, they're on the back of two defeats, and there'll be a lot of talk in there of no panic. You know, they've been here before, they've dealt with adversity, but they're a winning team, a winning club, and they've got what it takes. The mentality's right there, so I think they'll be fine.
That's the differences in the club at the moment, aren't we? Wigan are above Wakefield, and we're talking about them being in a crisis, right? And Wakefield are trying to chip away and break into that cartel. Wakefield want to be like the team you captain. They want to be like St Helens, where they continually win silverware.
If you are the opposition, if you're in Wakefield's dressing room right now, are you saying, Wigan, they've lost 2 in the bounce, that, we can really get into them? Do you use that psychological?
It would definitely come into it. I think as Elliot spoke about, they got the momentum and confidence behind them, and looking at Wigan's results, you can see that. But I think a team like Wigan, no matter who's playing against them, you know how good they are and you always know what they can provide. I think the championship calibre they have and what they've done over the past 5 years, you can never doubt them. And while they're only missing Bevan and Jake Wardle, so they've got a lot of players that know how to win games, especially knockout games.
And listening to what Matty Pete said, I think they're relishing this. People are talking them down. They've lost 2 in a row, but I think in-house they'll be really confident of a response, motivation of the cup. But I think they're almost relishing that people are doubting them, and they'll be using that today as some ammo to go after Wakefield.
Yeah. I said I was going to do it to you, mate. I'm going to make you call it. Go on.
I'm going to call Wakefield winning a tight game by 2 points, or even, we spoke off there, I think even golden point today. But I just think we're in for a classic, absolute classic game to finish off these quarterfinals.
Wakefield as well. I think there'll only be a try in it. I'm going to say Wakefield by 6.
I said that this would be the best part because I could sit on the fence, because they're obviously 2 teams, Wakey on the rise and Wigan who they are, but I'll be the contrarian for this and I'll say Wigan by 1 point. I think this could go to golden point. I think it's aiming up for one of those games that's going to be really tight.
And if you are Wakefield, Kev Brown said yesterday that he thought they were the favourites for that. That's an unusual place for them to be against Wigan, isn't it? Does that bring a pressure in itself?
Maybe some pressure, but I think that's also credit to Wakefield as a club as to where they are today. They've got an owner who's ambition and backing them. I mean, I've been at this stadium for 3 years and it's changed completely off the back of it. They've got Darryl Powell, a great coach with it as well, and they've got a good set of players who are winning. I reckon the players believe they can be favourites here.
I think as well, if you want to be in the big games and you want to win, you have to embrace the favourites tag. If that's the way it is, then they've got to embrace that and go after it and go action out on the field.
Is it a different mindset?
I think it is, and I think this is the thing with Wigan. They played so many knockout games, and to be the cup. But again, Wakey at home with their crowd behind them, it's going to be awesome.
Well, we are nearly ready for the start of this game. The teams are in the tunnel, so let's take you upstairs to our commentary team of Jonathan Davis, Brian Noble, and first, Matt Newsom.
Thank you, Tanya. Well, these two teams arrive at this situation in very different places. Wigan are the Cup Kings, 21 times winners. Wakefield haven't been a side that's lifted this trophy in 63 years, and they haven't played in a final since 1979. So as Ian Brooks said, the cobwebs are on the pitches and a final is long overdue. You can see what it means to the fans, what it means to the players, the pumped up atmosphere here at the DIY Kitchen Stadium, and let's get to those teams. Well, Wakefield Trinity are pretty strong for this one. Just Tabanga's back in the mix, but he starts on the bench. Plenty of heft up front in the shape of Mike McMeekin and Kai Rodwell, and in the halves, Jake Truman and Mason Lino are the brains trust. As for Wigan, well, they are supported by and boosted by Junior and Samba being able to play this afternoon. Sam Esse comes in for Ethan Havard in the front row. Jay Field lurks out the back. So much on the shoulders of Harry Smith and Jack Farrellman this afternoon.
Boys, stay on side from the off. Don't go early on the kick-off. Liam, don't go early on the kick-off.
So, one of those players, Jack Farrellman, for whom steering the side around the park will be key. Cam Scott there, who is one of the Bradfordians out on display this afternoon in Wakefield colours. And Jay Pitts, he's seen it all in his 36 years. Back at his hometown club the last few, and it's changed so much. So Wigan just awaiting the call to get this one up and running. The last of the four Betfred Challenge Cup quarter-finals. Match commissioner gives the thumbs up.
Don't go early. Stay outside.
Harry Smith to get us underway. Who will join St Helens, Hooker and Warrington in the draw? We shall see over the next 18 minutes as Mike McMeekin takes the first hit up. Jonathan Davies and Brian Noble alongside me for this one.
Well, let's go. And Sember against McMeekin was the first tackle. Going to be close early on, establishing their rights of what they can do and what they can't do. It'll be about field position. I anticipate, just like our panel, a close game here, Jiffy.
Yeah, it's the first time I've been here for a long, long time, and you know, the stadium looks fantastic. The pitch is in great nick, and you know, brilliant conditions for playing. So, you know, welcome everyone. Hopefully, it'll be a fantastic game. But as you can hear from our predictions, no one really knows what's going to win today. And I think it all comes down to discipline. You know, and the resets is so difficult to defend. So discipline will be imperative.
Well, we saw just a little example there of just how much Wakefield like to move the ball in their sets. Liam Marshall so key to getting Wigan on the front foot.
Hold.
And on the back of that, now it's Saka Kazli to take the next relay run. For those in cherry and white, Adam Kieran fronting up now. You might notice the little battery indicator in the top part of your screen. That's just to let you know how far we are through the sets. The sets of 6. Without teaching Granny to suck eggs. Harry Smith with an early kick in the set, just to turn Max Jowett around.
That's a great set, that is, right, Wigan. You know, backs and forwards getting involved, and look where their kind of first tackle is.
A great set, great kick. This is where Wigan are renowned for driving the energy out of this Wakefield team, having to ruck the ball out of their own end. And dare I say that Wigan are the bear that's been poked with a stick.
Yep, never write them off.
It looks like it at the moment, doesn't it? They are hunting. Corey Hall, the latest to feel the force. Tasha Smoothie, newly complete with child this week.
Well, the difference between the yardage there from the first set. Look where Fino's kicking from. He'll get the ball back somewhere near the 10-metre line.
Yeah, and you don't want to give Jay Field space to run. And eventually, Isaiah Vanganar getting in with the crucial tackle.
Well, Wakefield have to hold their nerve. They're not quite making the type of yards that Wigan do in their go forward, but they will come into the game.
Ethan Havard not available for this one, so Sam Esse and Luke Thompson are the starting front rowers as Brad O'Neill, Cade Ellis onto the aforementioned Luke Thompson. That's a big carry from him. Took a big bite out of Wakefield's yardage. O'Neill to Farriman. Field chimes in. Slips the tackle of Johnston. Still going here, Jay Field, and then he got poleaxed by Kai Rodwell. But Wigan are in a good spot here. Last tackle. Farriman. Kieran looks for the kick. Still the last. And Wakefield survived, but they will have to play off their own goal line here.
Yeah, this will be an interesting set.
Yeah, they're trying their arm out. They're Wigan. They don't mind handing the ball over. Not looking for any kick options.
Watch the line speed here.
Suffocating from Wigan in the early phases. Cam Scott testing it out. The rain tips down again. Wakefield trying to play a little hot here.
Oh, he's injured there, he's hurt
Cam
himself.
Scott's feeling it, isn't he? Yeah.
But just feel the pressure they're on, they're slipping balls near their own 10-metre line because they're not making those yards. Trying to get in a better field position for the kick.
To play it. Okay, tackle 2. You play, Tyson.
We're going to play on here while...
well, interestingly for our fans watching
okay, Jay, you play it.
Rugby League for the first time this year on the BBC, it's the speed of the ruck has got quicker. The rule changes have done a great job, so I'm seeing people running out of dummy half and playing a whole lot more football, so the game itself deserves credit for that, but one of the differences is quicker ruck speeds makes better football.
Tyson Smoothie, one of those hookers who can take advantage of that speed up around the ruck.
Cam Scott is still feeling the effects of that tackle.
Goal 5.
December.
Mason Nino with a clearing kick. Jay Field has been...
Oh no! Hold!
So, Wigan's turn to have a dig.
That's brilliant. It's about patience now. You know, waiting for the first mistake, waiting for the first penalty to get good field position.
Big Sam Walters running wide. He's a hulking brute for this Wigan team, and they need that punch. So I say who came through the ranks here at Wakefield. He's been at Chapel Town and East Leeds.
Yeah, it doesn't make him as good to play on.
So kick, Max Jowett tracks it.
Play on now.
Well, that's the furthest forward Wakefield have got in starting their set. So they're doing something right. They need Corey Johnson now to... Corey Hall, sorry, to find a play out of there and a quick ruck speed so they can get a bit further forward down the field. It's all being played in the middle part of the field, this game at the moment.
Yeah, I think Ferrimon just put a little dinky kick in, didn't he, there?
Here is Ollie Pratt. Almost up to halfway.
Off him, kid!
Definitely the best set they've had now.
Goal 4.
Now they've got something to build upon. Pitch back on the inside. Surging run. Here goes McMeekin. Truman on the shoulder. Truman hits the accelerator. And Wakefield take the lead.
And that's what you need. Great set from the halfway. Get the halfway line. Put an attack in play on the fourth tackle. Brilliant, brilliant try by Wakefield.
What an inside ball. Opened right up. Mike McMeekin got his hands free to find Truman, but wow, what a play for Wakefield. Ball on the inside, opened Wigan up, who were working outwards to try and stop the play. Watch this. Great inside ball. McMeekin pushing on the house. Truman, where all good halfbacks should be, nobody's going to stop him from there.
That's brilliant play by the forwards. You know, they created the space, looking to hinder them before putting their kick in. Great interplay, great support play. Mike Meekin is there. And that's a great half-back. He's there to finish it off. Brilliant, brilliant try by Wakefield.
Well, they talked about Truman's backing up. We talked about Mike McMeekin. The soft hands of Jay Pitts. So many components of that try.
Cheers, thank you. No, there's no
which is beautifully crisp and well executed.
I just missed two. I'm sure it was Jowett on the inside that got the ball. I'm sure it was.
Cheers, Rich.
And that's it, you know, when you've been out-muscled, I know it's very, very early in the game, 7 minutes, you've got to try something different, and I paid off. A lovely inside ball, brilliant try, great finishing.
So now Max Jowett in the rain. It's a all seasons kind of day here in Wakefield.
Yeah, it was good conditions.
The rain tipping down, grey skies above.
And if there are any doubts in the Wigan mind, you know, Wakefield would have wanted to score first and have a good start, and that's what's happened.
So Max Jowett off the tee, slots it So he's improved the score. Wakefield 6, Wigan 0. Let's get down to Kevin Brown.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. And we're just looking at Junior December. There's been a lot of talk about Junior and his ankle injury, but I've been watching him very, very closely. He's moving great. He's been involved in a lot of the defence, and there's no problems there so far.
So, December looking good, but it's Wakefield who have hit the front. And they showed their mettle. And a really finely worked try down the middle, so maybe a wake-up call for Wigan, who for so much of this very early stages, bear in mind, they had the field position in the palm of their hand. One bust downfield, gents, and it was a complete different story.
That was great interplay. McBean was on the end of it with Truman, but the inside ball was sublime. Really opened up an aggressive inside defence on Wigan.
There's Rodwell, another little late ball at the line, just to keep Wigan honest.
That's the way to get, you know, the extra yardage. Little pass again.
Yeah, a little tip on.
It's dangerous, it's a little bit more dangerous, but they're getting better yardage from it there.
Goal for quicker.
Yeah, Pitts on the back of that, makes Lino kicks. Joe Field and Liam Marshall, you see that Wigan are slightly rattled here. That wouldn't normally happen.
Well, it's good communication because someone called otherwise, they're clashing. Any youngster watching, make sure you call for it. Coming onto the ball.
Eckersley. Farriman doing a lot of the dummy half work at the moment. Trying to speed things up for this Wigan team.
Get square. Goal 3.
O'Neill onto Ellis. Wigan are the side who are finding the going tough down the middle here.
Goal 4.
Thompson runs with intent.
5. Moves.
And that's the last. This is the last. Smith with the kick.
Give 10.
And a bit of mopping up for Ollie Pratt to do, and now it's Wakefield's turn to return serve.
He's playing well, Pratt, this year, isn't he? I thought he injured himself by scoring against Cast last week with a groin, but he's come back very, very well.
Well, he's managed it well, hasn't he?
He has.
There's an error.
Oh, there's an error straight away. And that's what we're going to be waiting for.
Yeah, Tom Johnston with the spill. Farriman. Oh, and they've got a set restart here. So that's another 6 in the bank for Wigan.
First bit of defensive pressure for Wakefield.
Farriman. Walters trying to use the battering ram to get through the door this time. Wakefield keep him at bay just about. O'Neill to Farriman. Ellis. He bites in. O'Neill directing the traffic. Big runners either side. It'll be Farriman instead. Post the kick. What's that smuggle behind?
It's a good kick, really. Just a little bit, not the biggest in goal area here.
So checking this as to whether who got a touch on the ball. Let's have a look.
Yeah, the indication 20-metre restart, so that would be Wakefield's 7 tackle set.
I tell you what, Tom Johnson got his hand in there. He made up for his error, didn't he?
In the middle. 0 coming.
Neil Fox is
the great Neil Fox.
Simple as that, to quote Eddie Waring.
Goal 0.
What a legend of a game he is.
Off in Luke. 1. Hold. Goal 1. To the side.
Smoothing. Fanganar, who's runs with the real grind and grunt of his father Joe, even if he might not be quite as physically huge. Penalty here for Wakefield.
Tackles Rodwell off the ball.
That's the advantage running in pairs, isn't it? You know, it just makes decisions. Make defenders make decisions. He makes the wrong decision, gets a penalty. It's a simple run to support the ball player.
Well, it's just that football around the middle prepared to play.
Yeah.
Pitt's causing all the damage. He's a clever player in and around there. Took Rodwell off the ball.
I think it was Rodwell was in ball, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Rodwell gave the inside ball, I think.
Ian Brook, hero of 1963. And a brilliant cameo in the intro for this programme, and he did a fine job. Jay Pitts just being patched up, and
well, he's causing problems in and around the middle as a footballer. Old-fashioned type loose forward. He can play, he can run at the line. And those decisions in and around the middle is kind of negating Wigan's aggression that they're trying to bring to the game.
Yeah, the intensity in the defence, the two-man tackle. Just make the defences think.
Twice the workload for Wigan tackle-wise.
Goal.
And it's Seth Nicotimo. Really ramped up there for Wakefield. They've got the bit between their teeth.
Quicker than that.
Rodwell. Met some aggression there from Isayan O'Neill. Truman onto Mike Meekin. Skimming.
Release.
Plenty of go forward here for Wakefield. They're in a fine spot. Tackles left in the bank. Oh, they're almost through Truman.
Needed support on the inside. His hands are free.
Smoothly onto Rodwell. Oh, he's
I thought he got that down, man. I'm with you.
Same.
I think
He did. Kai Rodwell has scored for Wakefield, and Trinity have 2 tries to the good.
Wow, we thought he got it down ahead. We weren't lying. We told him the truth. He got it down. Rodwell got it down. He's had a great start to the game, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think Sam Easter there was so concerned with the player. He forgot where the ball was, and he held him up, but he forgot, to tie the ball up. Just watch. There's a gang tackle. There's 3 men in the tackle, and no one looks where the ball is. That's an easy plant down.
I appreciate that, but you don't do
He's
it.
not meant to.
I'll sort the rest of it. Cheers, mate.
He's still moving it, still moving, still moving. Plant it down, bang.
It's just like 3 players watching.
Kai Rodwell, perseverance, presence, strength, and in the end a bit crafty.
You could see the ball going towards the line.
Great, wasn't it? Great if you're a Wakefield fan.
I think McMeekin
Some
had a
questions
word
now are in and around Wigan. First twice in the opposition 20 metres they come up with scores of
and
Wakefield.
it's always been their strength, hasn't it? The tackle area, controlling the tackle area, gang tackling, slowing things down. They've been cut open twice. And I think Mike McMeekin had a word as well about Sam Issa. He's coming in late and the swinging arm. Twice this happened now.
So Max Jowett slots it 2 from 2, and Darryl Powell, you must be a very happy man so far.
Oh yeah, we had to ride a pretty tough opening really with Wigan dominating territory, and they started so well, and we've come out and when we've got in good field position, come up with a couple of smart plays, so really happy.
Thank you, Darryl, much appreciated.
Time's off.
Darryl Powell
Onside.
with a little bit of in-game contribution there from the coaches this afternoon. And Wakefield have really grabbed their opportunity by the scruff of the neck, and
even this early you feel that Wigan need to score next.
Well, there's the psychological effort as well as they're never behind. They're the Cup Kings, they know all about that. The scenario that our panel clearly painted at the start of the show.
Leno onto Rodwell, who's so busy, and he caught one there.
He's had a really good.
He's going well, Rob.
Yeah, he is really well.
Pitts, tip on by Leno. Now some space for Cam Scott. Still going.
And they've come to play Wakefield.
There's plenty of adventure, isn't there? Pitts to Truman. Little juggle from him. Their tails are up.
Yeah, and everything's sticking at the moment.
Get back. Hold. Goal 5.
Smoothie. This is the last. Truman hooks the kick. And now Liam Marshall has a wall of blue shirts around him. Orchard Field almost.
Good pressure.
Away.
I tell you, good pressure there by Thompson. Hurried the kick from Truman. Made it easy for the back 3.
Wakefield not letting up on their intensity defensively. Wigan having to run the gauntlet.
Hold, Jay. Hold. Goal 3.
O'Neill. Now and Sember. He needs to pull him out of a sticky patch here. O'Neill to Ellis. Farriman spots space.
40.
Max Jowett quickly across, and even a bit of a juggle came off.
Yeah, I think he was in control.
He was.
Hold. Goal 1. He's good.
Corey Hall.
Off him back.
Just about.
Yeah.
Kept under the horizontal there.
You can see they're making a lot easier yardage now, aren't they?
It's
Just
great
standing up
work
a little
from the
bit.
Wakefield backfield,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Tactic.
All three outside backs coming in to give their forwards a rest, and then one of the big units comes back.
Hold.
We'll make him with the bumpers up. Smoothie. Pitts. Lino delays the pass out, opens up the space. Here goes Cam Scott, accelerates forward. Wigan on the back pedal. Last tackle in the set. Lino with the step. Targeting that short side. Nicotimo.
They'll be happy
Not a
with
bad
that
place
set.
to hand it
Handing
over.
the ball over there, they'll be happy.
Not a bad place to hand it over, is it?
They're really testing the edges, aren't they?
Well, this is where Wakefield queue up the baseball bats and get stuck into Wigan to try and restrict their territory.
It's interesting, they're kind of targeting Farrell on the left edge for Wigan, usually a second row.
Go with the play the ball, tackle one.
Yeah, they are doing it a bit tough position-wise in places, Wigan, but still plenty of high-quality players out there. Zach Eckersley, one of them.
Hold. Go 2 J's out.
Partington. He's got the task of leading from the front here with having come on for SA. Mago, and so Wigan have rotated the front row here.
Release.
O'Neill, Thompson. Wigan are making yards, but the tackle count against them here.
Last tackle.
Smith
Only give 10.
looking to make that contest. They're herring after it. Those in cherry and white, brilliant catch.
Hold it, hold.
Great take that is, Pratt. Brilliant take, under pressure. That was a brilliant kick by Smith as well.
Stand back.
So excellent pressure there. Wakefield coming away from their own line. Let's hear from Kevin Brown.
What about that catch in the box? You're looking on the full screen, brilliant.
Thanks, Matt, and a really early change from Matt Pete. He's taken off Sam Essay and Cade Ellis and replaced them with a big man, Pat Mago, much earlier than normal. So I think Matty Pete is trying to change the course of the game so far.
Thank you, Kev.
Yeah, I think Sammy's a little bit overexcited.
So 5. On 5.
Yeah, so it's tough when you go back to a former club.
He's played him on, he's the kicker.
Nicotimo with a little dink ahead. Forward. Went looking for Jay Field. Fields wisely sidestepped him.
Well, the play's becoming a bit broken now, which will add to the spectacle, because we'll see some one-on-one opportunities and maybe some a little bit of football around here to exploit the both tiring teams.
The looser they get, I think it suits Wakefield.
Goal 3, let the back.
O'Neill, Thompson, marauding.
4. Off the ball.
Wigan edging closer to an attacking position. Farriman just keeps Vanganar honest. Naffield.
Surrender.
No change.
Look for Smith.
5. Hold now. Hold.
Hamlin Uweli with the tackle that time. Smith now with the kick.
Luke.
He's hung that one up.
On 5.
Pratt's come for it. He'll pass for Mago. Patrick Mago touches down. But Liam Moore wants this one. Checking out, eyes dotted and T's crossed.
From where we were, there's nothing wrong with that try.
Try on field decision, and over to Jack Smith.
Tackle 5, we've got a try on field. We are checking for a potential knock on. It comes from a kick, so we'll have to go back to the original kick, please. And pause the ball on the foot of Harry Smith. We've got the chase to the left is onside. Luke Thompson is called offside to the right. Let's run this through. Right, Harry Smith doesn't play Luke back on, but these are all okay, and he is outside the 10, so it's just on direction now, so stay on this angle, please. Go back to where it's touched. It's touched by Farrell. He's jumping for the ball. The ball is touched by Farrell on the line, and the ball lands on the line. This is okay at this point, so we're going into grounding, please. Mago in possession, we're towards the line. And the ball is grounded. I've made my decision.
Try scorer for Wigan, number 15, Patrick Mago.
There we go.
Yeah.
So that is a try. And Patrick Mago gets his score. He was brought on to break an impact, and he's done it.
Yeah, on the back of Farrell's tap back as well. Pratt handled the one earlier in the game. We saw that brilliant catch. Couldn't quite get above both Nsemba, who's in his eye line, and Farrell jumps up, knocks the ball backwards. We clearly saw that. May go Johnny on the spot to finish the try.
Yeah, you know, you practice with the first kick, Smith. He's such a very, accurate kicker. They kick to compete, and that's what happened there. Come up with a great result.
So Adam Kieran has made it. So we've got a ball game. 12-6.
The game was just starting to fragment, and we were seeing opportunities both sides of the fence, but it was a trusty old kick to the box from Wigan that got them the result. Farrell gets up real well.
And that's the thing, a lot of players try and catch it. Once you catch it, they wrap you up in the tackle. Once you tap it, that's clever play.
So Max Jowett to get us back up and running. Wakefield conceding for the first time. And now Wigan on the back of points. Might just have found a bit of groove, and Thompson. Wakefield have been to Wembley in recent years, won the 1895 Cup in their championship winning season. To get back to the Challenge Cup final would be a wait of some considerable length. 1979, the last time David Topless and co were beaten by the then Cup Kings Weedness. Farrowman.
Same place.
And it'll be maybe a repeat prescription here for Wakefield. Again, the tap. That looked to go forwards off a Wigan hand that time.
Lost by Marshall, forward, handover.
So we see 3 kicks into that corner, so you don't need to be an Einstein to work out that that's part of Wigan's game plan.
Yes.
They're going to keep kicking there. They see Pratt as a target, and think Nsemba and the lights to get above him.
Here is Ollie Pratt.
Get back,
Championship Young Player of the Year in 2024, and showed his mettle as a Super League force last year on their return to the top flight.
Stop there. Marcus, don't be grabbing Marcus' shirts or I'll penalise you.
So Liam Moore just
I've seen it, mate, I've seen it.
With a little bit of chat at the ruck. Hamlin Uweli, who has been talked about as a possible England star, the big man from Auckland. He's got English ancestry. Lyman Meakin, very much a part of England's plans already. Smoothie, the NRL winner with Brisbane. Lino, a little switch back for Nicotima.
You're definitely getting each yardage when they're moving the ball. Not getting any change from the Wigan forwards when it's just a one-up.
Truman hoists it. One to watch for Jay Field, and
play on now.
Wakefield controlled their line.
Off him, Jay! One. Hold, mate. Hold. Off him, same as the one down there.
Important passage now before half-time. Wakefield still the side in front on the scoreboard.
Tyson! 2. Hold.
And that Challenge Cup draw, of course, taking place at half-time, so...
Good hit.
Good shot.
Again, I think it was, yeah. What a hit that is.
Adam Kieran doesn't mind dishing it out. He copped one there. Thompson wrestled down.
Better set from Wakefield defensively, this.
O'Neill onto Smith, back down the middle, inside ball for Partington.
Release! 5, play ball.
Wakefield just about keeping that ruck tight. Smith. And again, one for Pratt to watch. Oh, and he caught that. It was swaying.
That's so difficult to take. That was caught up in the wind. It was a great take.
No, Wakefield must run that gauntlet again. It's Cam Scott, the latest to take it. Just to Vangas, come on, what a character he is. He brings the rough and tumble. And he's got a side of penalty on the back of that aggression, and has a little spat with Brad O'Neill as he does it.
I was just about to ask the question of both ourselves and the audience watching. When were a 6 again going to come into the play?
I know.
Or a penalty, because we've seen very few.
I think he had one penalty which set the field position up in the first, early in the first half. The discipline has been really good.
So Mason Lino about to slot this to touchdown. We get that semi-final draw. The last four of the Challenge Cup.
What a
day at half-time on BBC One. And of course the men's and women's Challenge Cup semi-finals, what it's all about, 9th and 10th of May across the BBC. Nicotimo for Wakefield. Smoothie in at dummy half. Lino, the sun's come out. We really are having a bizarre day of weather. Tavanga with the offload. Truman now to Vanga now. Oof.
That's going to be cool. Have some of that back.
That was a little reminder. You tickle ribs, you're going to get your own tickle. Smoothie on the back of Pitt's drive. Truman, Vanganar. Oh, it's come loose, and Farrimond quickest to the scene.
Yeah, you can see field position in a real threatening position. We're going to dangerous here.
You can see what they're doing when you got, Vanganar lining up against Farrimond. That's what they're trying to do.
Farrell, quiet force so far this afternoon. Tavanga's roughhousing might stir that up.
6 again, this is it.
Well, that's the enigma of Jazz Tavanga. You get all sorts from him.
Same way, both way, boys, get the rocks. Oh no! That's one.
And he brings a smile, and he probably brings a bit of irritation for his opponents as well.
And it brings field position for Wigan.
O'Neill finds Partington. Little short ball that time for Mago. Oh, it's a hit after the ball. Penalty here for Wigan.
That's an interesting tackle, I thought.
He's saying he hasn't wrapped his arms around
didn't use his arms. The timing was good.
Well, technically, it's the shoulder charge he's got him for.
I appreciate that.
I'm not sure he didn't get his arms around.
That's harsh.
Would that be worth a captain's challenge?
I would have thought so, yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
So clock's been stopped.
Yeah. Okay, mate, what are we doing? Tap him. Time back on.
He had his arms on him there.
Yeah, of course he did.
That's not a shoulder tackle.
I know!
Easy penalty for Wigan here. They've got to make the most of it.
Go on.
Yeah, Tavanga was the man at fault in inverted commas. Here comes Walters.
Oh no, get it!
Wigan lining up, aiming up.
Goal 2.
Partington. And there's Smith chiming in. Unsemba hits a big line. Great tackle, Harry.
Tell you what, great second attempt by Lino.
Set restart for Wigan. They can almost reach out and touch that Wakefield chalk. Smith to Mago. Fancies himself as a halfback. Remembers he's a prop. Thompson.
Oh no, Jazz! 1. Hit the line. Go 1.
O'Neill. Mago again. Smith to field. Great ball. Marshall. Oh, he was almost stopped. But he pinballs his way over. And Wigan are back within 2.
Tell you what, Patrick Mago has made an impact. The early substitution has worked for Wigan. His impact has been brilliant.
Well, it's the stress on this right-hand side of the Wakefield line that eventually broke. There were shorter numbers on the back of the start with Mago and the offload. Smith being a bit more expansive, looking to the fringes, but clearly see here, Mago gets rid of the ball and finds Sheffield, and they're outnumbered 3-2.
I tell you, they'll be aggrieved from that penalty. It's a great pass and a very good finish. Great attempt by Lino to stop him, but he gets over. But they'll be aggrieved with that penalty decision, which set up the field position. Lovely pass, step inside. Great attempt by Lino. This is a tackle. That's not a penalty. That is never, ever a penalty.
Just Tavanga pinged.
The only bit they're going to get him on is that we're slightly late. That's the only thing I can think. He wrapped his arms around, but I quite clearly heard the commentary saying he hadn't wrapped his arms around. It's over and done with now.
It is. I'm reading the papers tomorrow.
So Adam Kieran is taking the maximum time afforded, as he is his wont, because this is a big kick, and he is a fine kicker. Adam Kieran composed himself amidst the flurry of excitement that has been this game so far. Sends it. It's good. So it's all square. Wakefield 12, Wigan 12. Matt Pete, I'm sure you're an awful lot happier now than you maybe were 5-10 minutes ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we was relatively pleased with our start to the game, but really two really soft tries, which sounds like a contradiction, but we felt in the general flow of the game we were doing all right. But you know, the one on the goal line really is you know, completely unacceptable. But yeah, we've stuck at it well. A little bit of ball movement and challenging kicks, but I think this game's going to go right to the death, I'd imagine.
Thank you, Matt. Much appreciated.
I think he's right about that. It's going to go right to the death. It's a super game.
One. Hold. Goal one.
O'Neill on to Mago, who, if I'd had an extra question, but I didn't want to keep him too long, it would have been about Patrick Mago, to be fair. Because
did Patrick Mago have for his breakfast?
Yeah. Well, the cereals are available. Brad O'Neill stalks his way to the play of the ball. Partington with the ball movement. They're almost trying to play Wakefield at their own game here, aren't they? Keeping that ball moving. And Semba, if they can get him at runaway train mood, he will be really tough to stop. Oh, Field ran into Cam Scott. Nice shut down the play.
Good inside defence.
Turn it over. Back up, boys, back up.
We're going to have done well to really bounce back.
Hold it, Paddy.
Dominated possession and field position, really, and then created those two tries.
Holly Pratt.
Yeah.
You
penalty.
I'll challenge you then, mate, if you want to do. No, mate, he catches him in the head, you can't do that.
You caught him in the head, you can't do that. Simple.
Can't run without your head. I think the referee said everything.
Just not forceful games, in my opinion. Okay then, boys, let's go. High. Onside.
Just slipped up, didn't it?
Slipped up, just caught the shoulder.
Technically a penalty.
Cheers, mate. Hold, boys, hold now.
Chance to tap and go here for Wakefield.
Hold. Goal.
Scott. Upended by some brutal defence from Wigan that time. Smoothie to Pitts. Hamlin Ueli. Oh, lovely off-road. It squirted out there like the old Sapuccio scrum as Pitts takes it forward.
Lovely feet by Pitts.
Lino really engages the line. Nicotimo.
I thought the gap opened up for Lino then. There he goes, blowing a little bit.
Brad, you're off. Brad O'Neill.
Lino onto Tavanga. Lays a platform. Smoothie walks to the play the ball. Here goes Pitts. Now Truman. Jowett. Oh, Johnston!
Great finish.
That's his trademark. But Wakefield's superstar winger might just have to wait a little longer. Trial field decision. Jack Smith will take a look at this one.
Tackle for try. Checking touch into grounding, please. Slow, really slow on this. White boots, left foot is in the field of play. In the field of play, he jumps. Just confirm it on camera 7, please, from the side. We know his feet are in the air. Just make sure it's ground on camera 7. In there. It's the one from the other side, please. Is it 6? Yeah, this one's our number now. In his hand. It remains in his hand and the ball is grounded. I made my decision.
Cheers, mate. Textbook positioning, Richard. Textbook positioning that.
Could have made his decision after one video, to be honest. That's all I'm saying.
It's been finished. It's been confirmed.
Just celebrate the brilliance of the try. Really creative. We got to see it 3 times because the video referee was looking at it, and how excellent that finish was, and what a fabulous rule change that's been over the years.
We had a brilliant view there, and he accelerated, then went low. It was a brilliant finish with the covering defenders. A beautiful play to get him free. Just watch the inside runner. I think Kieran gets caught out a little bit. The extra man is created, and what the finish.
I think Truman and Jowett were the keys, weren't they? Their skills, and especially Truman was under so much pressure to release the ball to eventually get it to Johnson. Super Wakefield try.
What a game so far. What a game.
Yep, lived up to the billing,
yeah,
that's for sure.
We all said it'd be close, Matt.
That's Jowett with a tricky one from the sideline. He's got a jeering, baying Wigan crowd behind him. Can he keep his cool? He has pulled that. No good.
He didn't have the old McElroy fade then, like he had on the last one, to be honest.
The last one was like a Jaspit bum wrap delivery.
Edging towards half-time, that's the...
It shows, isn't it, how important. Discipline, 2 penalties, giving me field position, 2 tries.
And how Wigan will look to have those 2 back. Jake Wardle and Bevan French, of course, both absent through injury. And Hamlin Ueli, he fronts up, doesn't he, the big man?
That's one. Hold.
Right off the back fence, he can almost feel the aftershocks from that collision.
2. Hold. Goal 2.
Smoothie. Pitts to Tavanga.
3 feet. Hold. Diving forward.
He definitely brings something to the party, Jazz Tavanga. Pitts to Truman.
Great meters after contact.
Yeah.
It's just that one-on-one opportunity that they get now, rugby league players.
Smoothie gets to jump. Oh, he found Isaiah Vanganar.
It's a good tackle.
Last one in the set for Wakefield. Truman.
Vanganar's down from that tackle.
Oh, it's a real tester. It's come loose. Went backwards.
Good call.
Well, it was a tricky kick.
Oh, he kicked him there. There's a kick and a tackle there. I think Tavanga went in. I'm not sure what happened, but all the Wigan players reacted. This will be really interesting to see what happens here.
Let us sort it. Let us sort it. Liam.
Here we go.
So you're going to look at that. Can't do that.
What's he saying? Cannonball, and then Tavanga does kick him. Just Tavanga. He'd be involved somewhere.
This could go anyway. Look, so well, it's a nasty angle. His knee is caught underneath there, right? But he can't kick out.
Yeah. Okay, mate.
This could be a huge moment in the match. A huge moment. He definitely gets his knee caught from that angle, okay? Definitely gets his knee caught. That's the first thing. Whether Marshall does it on purpose or not, who will know? And then he lashes out and kicks.
Yeah, in isolation.
A lot to sort out here, Brian. A lot to sort out.
Right,
huge decisions to be made in this game.
Has he kicked him?
I reckon Marshall, so what we're saying is there's no deliberate acts from Marshall. Yeah.
No deliberate act, Liam Moore, just saying there that he felt from Marshall.
Well, that's for kicking out there, that's
curtains.
He's off.
Moore certainly taking the time afforded. Marshall back up, Tavanga being patched up.
Jazz! I'll let you get sorted, mate. Take him over there, let me deal with it.
There's no point in getting sorted if he's going off.
Well, the manner of how he's going off. The manner of how he's going off.
Yeah, okay.
Just a bit longer.
Jazz. Okay.
Jazz being brought.
Okay. So let me speak to you. Okay. So I've just spoken to you some 8 minutes ago down there about a late tackle. I'm speaking now. Where I give you the benefit of the doubt. Okay, we're giving a penalty. What happens here? I appreciate your leg gets caught, but you can't petulantly kick out at Liam Marshall. I understand that, mate, but you petulantly kick out, you're in the bin. 10 minutes.
I think he'll take that. he'll take that.
He was going through his life story in his head thinking this is red, this is red, this is red, this is red, and then he went yellow and
He's got to take that. He is a very, very lucky lad. And I think the petulant was the right word as well. He does get caught and is hyperextended it, which is always dangerous. But Marshall didn't try and do that. You can't kick it. Just watch his leg. He drops on him, natural weight, and then he kicks out.
Onside. So Tabanga can cool down for 10 minutes.
Right, we know how important discipline is, and penalty in field position, and now a man short.
And Samba. Wakefield show their mettle there.
we've got everything in this game. Breaks,
Oh,
controversy, drop balls, give us the ball back.
He's only just come on. Now there's a wrestle.
Shaw going off here.
Welcome to the game, Kean McDermott.
It's good though, isn't it? Plenty of emotion.
Yes, and we'll get stuck in.
Time is off. No. Yeah.
Well, this game has just ticked along nicely. It's starting to bubble over slightly.
Well, Wakefield will be happy there's a knock on. Know they can get the ball, you know, slow the game down.
Well, they can manage
it.
Manage as long as 10 minutes, can't they? 4 minutes either side of the half.
Don't make me get the cards out
8
again.
minutes, Brian. So one's 4, one's 6.
Here we go, boys. Heads down. Head in.
So they're packed down.
Head in. Shot clock off. Head in. Shot clock off.
With Wakefield to feed.
Out.
And now Corey Hall.
Just keep possession. Slow things down.
Go on.
Wakefield nudging their way into Wigan territory. Hamlin Ueli. No love lost as Wigan set about the Wakefield forwards pits.
Oh no, Brad! 3. Back.
He's been very influential pitch, hasn't he?
Brilliant.
Lino brings in Nicotimo.
Nicotimo's run hard as well, hasn't he?
I tell you what, everyone's at it. Everyone's done well both sides.
Yeah.
Smoothie to Pitts. Keeps it moving. Truman. Oh, he's almost through. Van Ganaar.
And again, it's Van Ganaar on the smaller man.
Great outside line.
Yeah.
He was desperate to try and get his right hand free and free the centre.
Last tackle kick goes in. So that's a 7 tackle set for Wigan. Wakefield fine margin set.
Yeah, didn't really need to kick it there.
Oh, Jay Field's backing himself. The race. Johnston after it. Scott is after it. Scott, oh, he's lost it. Backwards.
Oh, I thought I went forward.
Went backwards.
Wigan are balling it, referee Liam Moore. Knock on.
Thought so. Touch call.
Wigan ball. Knock on.
Jay Field with a trick play for the ages.
I think there would have been a captain's challenge there as well. I think they were furious.
We're doing it, Wigan. It's a knock on.
I don't actually know where Max Jowett was then when the kick through.
Their first few players were defending the line with a man down.
Yeah.
Scott got back. Gene, that was knocked forward.
Here we go, boys, please.
Got to try and get back there, Brian, haven't you? If you're the full back though, the man short.
I hope so.
That's your job. It's called full back.
So Wigan have a chance here. They've got options either side of the scrum. Farriman will be the one who takes it in. That little hop, skip and a jump, but then he got clobbered by Corey Hall.
Twice.
Hold. Go on.
Kieran O'Neill. Thompson straightens things up for Wigan.
Oh no, Jay. 2. Hold.
Wigan know that Wakefield are a man down. There might be a gap somewhere. Farriman for Kieran. No gap there.
Off in there. 3. Hit the line.
Brutal.
Ball 3.
From Trinity. O'Neill, Partington. Shifting angles.
Release.
And shapes.
Plenty of tackles left.
O'Neill looks to muscle in.
5. Move. Hit the line, boys. Hit the line.
Held up. 1 to go in the set. Smith. Oh, the kick. The grubber. It's fumbled. It's grounded. Jay Field. This is going to be checked out. Try on field decision. Jack Smith will take a look at this one.
On the way down from a Wigan hand, please, mate, before the grounding.
Comes from a kick as well. Tackle 5, we've got a try on field. Onside first from the kick. Pause it on the foot of Harry Smith, please. All chase to the left have got both feet behind the ball. Let's run this through. There's Thompson to the right. Right, that's always back from Wakefield. We now need to establish if there is a touch by Sam Walters or not before the ball being grounded by Field. Something close and behind the sticks. This will need to be slow, please. So that's back. Then misses Kean McDermott. Go back on that again, please. Same angle. It missed him initially. Right, we run through from here now. It missed him initially. His hands aren't near it. His hands come near it there. They've not touched it yet. They've still not touched it. Kean McDermott has not touched the ball. Let's keep running this. See if there's then a later touch. Right, he has not touched the ball at this point. It's collected clean by Jay Field. He is in the in-goal area and the ball is grounded. I've made my decision.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
So Jay Field, so often the key man for Wigan. Try number 9 of the season just before the break. Wakefield down to 12. A kick to put them in front.
Well, a couple of kicks. Let's not forget Field's kick at the start that set the momentum going in the attacking phase of that. He got him right down the field and got him into a position where the boy Smith just found a little dinker that he chased again, and his kicks is only as good as his chase.
And they had an opportunity to close it down, didn't they? They had 2 men in front of Field, just panicked a little bit.
So Adam Kieran with the last act of the first half slots it. So Wigan will head to the sheds with the narrowest of advantages. But what a first half we've seen.
Yeah, brilliant first half.
Fantastic
really enjoyed it.
On all fronts, controversy, penalties, excitement, breaks, kicks, everything you want in a wonderful game of rugby league.
So here we are at half-time, not much in it. Cracking game so far. Wakefield 16, Wigan 18, and Kevin Brown is with Wakefield's Jake Truman.
Jake, fair to say you'd be a little bit disappointed you're not in front at half-time?
Yeah, we felt like we started really strong there and then just gave them a little bit too much, just a few errors, few penalties, and they got some quality in their side, they punished us, but I think it's all on us. We clean that up, we'll be all right.
Good luck in the second half. Liam, pretty happy with the half to come back and go in front?
There was some disappointing practice. I thought some ill-discipline cost us and they posted some points early, but yeah, I showed a bit of grit to get back in that game and lead at half-time.
And what will Matty say at half-time to get the job done?
Probably just same again, cut out those disciplines, dropping the ball and errors, and I think we'll be all right.
Good luck, Liam.
Well, let's, as Liam runs down the tunnel into the dressing room, have a look at the game stats so far. We have repositioned inside to the director's suite, not because we don't like the weather out there, but because we will be doing the half-time draw, the semi-final draw later on in this half-time. And Tristan Saylor, who's been watching that alongside us, along with Elliot Mitchell and Jamie Peacock, that has not disappointed that half, has it?
It hasn't. I think it's exactly as we thought, back and forth, and Jake Truman's run sort of opening up the game for Wakey, and Harry Smith's kick, 2 tries off them, which has really kept them in it.
Yeah, wow, what a cup tie. I think both teams, different tale of the half. Wakefield started really strong, but I think Wigan didn't panic. They come back into it in the second half of the first half, and late try at the end there, which they'll be happy with going into half-time. But wow, what a game we've got on our hands.
Yeah, Jamie, how crucial could the sin binning of Justavanga be, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's pretty crucial. I think Jake Truman got his call right, that it's been ill-disciplined, that's brought Wigan back into the game, and Wigan have shown grit with it. And I think Tobago has not been great off the bench. He gave a penalty away that led to the try, contributed towards a try from Wigan, and then we had the sin binning, which was really petulant. It was petulant play for him, kicking out. There's no reason to do it, and all you do is just put your teammates under pressure, just get on with it. As you see him now, Liam Marshall, lands on a knee, it's going to work, but there's no need to kick out like that.
And there's nothing,
just be disciplined.
There's nothing Liam Marshall can do there either,
yeah,
is
there's
there?
no what he can do about it. Show a bit of toughness and get on with it. Don't kick out with it. You put your teammates on in a worse position because of that.
And it did lead to a try in the end, in that they are a man down.
Yeah, they are, yeah, and Jay Field was outstanding for that try, you know, a long kick, chased up hard for it, and then chased his own kick again here, right through the middle of it. There's a lot of talk about Bevan French being out at the moment, but Field's a big contributor, isn't he, towards what we can do.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's that man as well, Harry Smith. His short kicking game's been great, long kicking game's been great, and Jay Field does that every day of the week, anticipating, gets in the picture, and, you know, the bounce of the ball comes up for him, and that could be vital come the end of this game.
They scored a very similar try against us last week. Jay chasing Harry's kicked, and I think Harry's kicking over for Junior Nasemba, who's a very big athletic kick target, and we saw Paddy Mago score a try around that area.
We will get to that in a moment, but it was Jake Truman. I mean, we talked in the beginning, didn't we? I think we've done pretty well in picking out Mike Memeek and Jake Truman and Harry Smith's kicking.
Yeah, it's almost like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Right?
it's cool, don't go too far.
It was good to get it right for once, and I thought Wakefield were great at the start. We see Jay Pitt going to the line here with 2 forwards, and Truman just supporting it out the back. Mike Memeek gets the ball, and it's a great offload. And we spoke about Jake Truman being in and around all the things that Wakefield do well in attack. That's what great halfbacks do. This is where the problem comes from Wigan. That gap's too big there. Lack of effort, lack of communication between the A and the marker. And it's just a wonderful try off the back of that.
Yeah, I love what Jay Pitts did, played really square, and the defenders made the decision for him. And then, like you said, Mike Memeek supporting, and then Jake Truman finishing it off, you know, getting on the end of things, and a really good start by Wakefield.
Yeah, I think that space is something Hull KR do too with Elliott. He stands really wide, so if the A goes too hard out, that space opens up even wider, and we see what the consequence is.
When we spoke to Matt Peat during that first half, he said this next try was unacceptable from his defence.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think it's really naive from defenders. I think it's great play again from Truman, taking the line on with an inside runner and an outside runner, causes a bit of chaos within the line. But then it's this bit, we were all a bit mystified what went wrong here as you watch this. You know, the threat's the ball. There's 3 Wigan players there. Someone has to get the ball, Elliott.
Yeah, you're right. The ball's the number one threat, not the man. You know, there's probably a bit of lack of communication in the tackle, and then the ball carrier finds himself with his arm free and just plants it over the line. I'm not seeing many tries like that, but Wakefield will take it.
As we've spoken about today, I think Wigan pride themselves on that, and they have a big emphasis on it. So that's something that they'll definitely be kicking themselves with.
Yeah, I think it summed up how dominant Wakefield were in that first 20 minutes. I think they deserved that 12-0 lead going into the second half or the first half.
But then it was Harry Smith's kicking game. You've been dying to talk about it, haven't you? Go on, off you go.
I know I was. I think it was very influential, and again, they're sort of putting it in that channel, as you see here. Just putting it up there on the centre, because it's hard for him to get a run up, and you got big Junior Nasemba up there, as well as Liam Farrell does well to get up there, and they got people around the ball, which is how you score tries from that position.
Yeah, Matt Peel will say that sub was inspired. Mago came on about a minute before he scored that try there. But you two have noticed, you said this is a tactic you think Wigan are going to do consistently?
Yeah, I think Harry Smith's a left foot kicker, so it suits him kicking in that left box, and he's putting in that grey area where it's really difficult for the winger to come and get. Wigan get numbers around the picture, around the ball, and you know, people could say it was lucky, but they created their own luck there, because being in the picture, first to the ball, and Paddy Mago shows his speed and gets over. He'll be happy with that.
We didn't pick up on Patrick Mago's lightning speed and try-scoring ability and analysis, so must try harder there, JP.
Yeah, we'll try harder next time for that.
They then started to build pressure, didn't they, back-to-back sets, and a penalty that Jonathan Davis in commentary was adamant wasn't a penalty.
Yeah, we think, well, it was a penalty, you know, the way things are now, but, with that. But I think it was Tobago come on and just hit a little bit late. You've got to be squeaky clean and disciplined. You know the rules are, and they cost you against... In big games like this, you don't want to be giving away extra sets of 6 on your own trial, and you have to defend them, but you don't want to be doing that. And again, that led to a try in the corner from Wigan.
I think speaking of Paddy Mago, I think this try has his fingerprints all over it. He's 115, 120 kilos, so if he catches a ball there, you think he's going to run, you can't leave your defenders isolated, so that edge can't get high. So with him tipping on to Harry Smith there, it just allows him to sort of sink right into them, and as you see, they strip him.
Yeah, great skill on the end of it as well. And Liam Marshall does that in his sleep. You know, how many times have we seen Liam Marshall finish those tries off and gets a whack on the way over? But yeah, again, another great try, and puts Wigan level on scoreline.
Sometimes wingers have got to earn those put-down tries, you know.
said the hard man at the end. Just a quick word on Patrick Mago. He has brought him on a lot earlier than he normally does, you know, just to change the way the game was going.
Yeah, Wigan were behind with momentum in the first 20 minutes and something needed to change. I don't think they brought him on to do what he's done in the game, you know, contribute towards the try in that way, but what he's done has been smart and brought Wigan back into the game.
I'm not going to let you talk about the Tom Johnston finish in case you're rude about him. It was a lovely finish from the winger, wasn't it? A really well-worked try from Wakefield.
It was great. It's something that Tom Johnston's known for. He's a finisher, and he did it so well. It was a good shift by Wakey, and he put the icing on the cake.
Yeah, 100%. I think Truman has his hands all over it again, though. You know, great tempo, getting the ball at second receiver this time, so it's a bit harder to come and get for the defence. And Tom Johnston again, we've seen one great finish by one winger, and yeah, that's that top draw.
I think it is a worry for Wigan how easily Wakefield have been able to pick apart Wigan's defence once they're inside that 20. They've found it quite easy to do that. It's something they're going to have to look at fixing in the second half if they're going to maintain that lead.
Does he get credit, the winger, for that particular finish?
I thought it was an outstanding from Tom. Tom's a great winger.
We will be back shortly with the half-time draw, sorry, with the semi-final draw. We're going to get set up in here, so let's go down to pitch side and join Kevin Brown.
Matt, you came in 3 years ago as the owner of the club, and it's fair to say not only have you changed the fortunes on the field but off the field as well. What does the next 3 years look like?
Yeah, I mean, more days like this, you know what I mean, it's cracking atmosphere today, you know what I mean, so sellouts here absolutely bouncing, so yeah, let's go for a few more sellouts days like today.
And in terms of connection with you and the fans and the team, it's as strong as it's ever been. Are we going to get to see you cheer that crowd again today, do you think?
Oh, I bloody hope so. I hope so. You know, it's been nip and tuck all first half, you know, ultimate test Wigan. You know, let's see if we can do it second half, and, you know, the lads are bang up for it.
And we've got to ask you, one of the biggest signings in Super League history and definitely Wakefield's history, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, one of the best players in the world of rugby. How did that come about, Matt?
Do you know what? It just, you know, we were after, you know, something to a bit more experience. You know, got youngest team in Super League. You know, we wanted something a bit, you know, a bit of X factor. Hopefully, you know, get us to finals and stuff like that. So it was, it just came about. You know, he wanted to come to Wakefield.
And why not? There seems like there's a great culture here. Before Roger gets here, what's the ambition and the goals for this season, 2026?
Well, if we can get through this, you know, you're one game from Wembley, so it'd be great to get to Wembley. You know, we want to get top 6 in league again, see if we can get playoffs and, you know, see what happens, you know.
And you can see what Hull KR have done. Is that the goal for you, Matt, as owner? Do you want to take over? What is the absolute best scenario for you as a club owner?
Yeah, that was 100%. You know, we're after, you know, I want to bring back the glory days at 60s, you know what I mean? You've seen a few slides up on the screen today. That's what we're trying to bring back. That's what we're going to bring back in next 3 or 4 years, you know what I mean? We're going for it 100%.
Well, good luck, Matt, and thanks very much.
Thanks, Bob.
Kev, thank you very much. As you can see, we have all set for the semi-final draw. Jamie Peacock is standing by to help me out with it. But we have also got a footballing legend with us. More than 600 appearances for the likes of Leeds, Bradford and Stoke. He's unbelievable, Jess. Ladies and gentlemen here in Wakefield, give it up for Chris Kamara.
Unbelievable! Hey, hi, Tanya. How good was that half?
You love your rugby league, don't you? I mean, you're a regular down here.
I certainly do. How did Wigan capitalise on Wakey mistakes there? You tell me.
Yeah, no, Wigan have shown a bit of grit, haven't they, to get back into the game, a bit more Wigan-like rather than they've been over the last couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
Where did your love of rugby league come from?
When I moved to Wakefield, the biggest city without a football team, so you've got to support the local team.
Ever fancied having a go at it, Cammy?
Yes, of course, yeah. I'd love to have it back in the day. Yeah.
You'd have been happy running at JP here?
Me and Vinnie Jones would have brought you down straight away.
I'd like to see that, my friend. I'd like to see that.
You stood right behind Vinnie Jones, Cammy, I'm guessing.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, let's get on with the semi-final draw. Jamie, if you can do the honours and put the balls into the bowl for us. Now, the numbers of the draw are as follows. Number 1 is Hull KR, number 2 St Helens, number 3 Warrington, and number 4 will be the winner of this game. It will be Wakefield or it will be Wigan. We've got an awful lot of Wakefield fans in the room, so I think we're going to get a large cheer when they come out of the barrel here. So if you can give them a quick rummage around first, JP. And the first ball out is number 3. That is Warrington. And Warrington will play, Cammy. They will play number 1. That is Hull KR. It doesn't matter what we get here because they are all going to be very, very tasty ties.
Shaky wakey.
Number 2, St Helens.
Oh.
It's all right, there's no home advantage, it's neutral grounds, and they will play the winner of this game. It will be Wakefield or Wigan. Oh, there was kind of a rumble here. I don't know if they still like you, Cammy.
Well, we've got the hardest draw of the lot.
You reckon?
We've got to win this one yet.
JP, it's not a bad one.
Yeah, it's not a bad draw, and also
I mean, they're big teams. It didn't really matter who went where, did it?
And then you've got the semi-finals, a rerun of the final from before, so it's going to be good. OKR Warrington as well, so that's a good one. I think you've done as good as you can do there.
Yeah, of course.
So, Cammy, I'm going to stick you in that Wakefield dressing room. What's your team talk to Wakefield for this second half?
Darryl Powell will be saying, just keep doing what you're doing, but cut out the mistakes.
You could have been a rugby league coach, no problem
I certainly
at all,
could. I'd love to be in there with Darryl now.
We'll see if we can fix it for you someday. Cammy, it's been fantastic to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's just have a complete check on the semi-final draw. So we will have Warrington Wolves against Hull KR, and St Helens will play the winner of this game, which will be Wakefield or Wigan, which does mean we could have St Helens against Wigan, but it may well be Wakefield. It is too finely poised. Those ties will be played on the 9th and 10th of May, and we will let you know very shortly in the next coming days where and when exactly those will be played. So, Tristan, you will play the winners of this game. Is there an either, or do you have a preference?
Not really. As we've seen, they're both neck and neck. If we play Wigan, it'll be I think the 4th time we'll end up versing this year, so that's pretty exciting for the area. But again, happy with either because they're both going to be challenging anyway.
They're all tough ties, aren't you? You get to this stage, there's no easy tie.
Yeah, 100%. I think no matter what the draw is, there's going to be 2 great semi-finals. You know, us against Warrington will be a great game. They're flying high, and then the other one will be fantastic too. So yeah, great draw, great for the game, and looking forward to the second half.
It is really tasty, isn't it? I mean, it's just their big ties. It's what this competition needs.
Yeah, it's what the competition needs, and I think they're going to be great games regardless. Yeah, neutral venue, semi-finals is always great. 80 minutes away from Wembley, it's pretty exciting as a player, you know, when you're in that dressing room and building up for that week towards it. So yeah, I get a little bit jealous actually thinking about it.
We talked pre-match, let's just turn our attentions back to this. We did talk pre-match about Harry Smith and his kicking game, and it's become more and more influential, hasn't it, as the game's gone on?
It has, and I think it will continue to be. I think with these games, when they're so tight, that it's then going to be a matter of field position, and that's what Harry brings, accurate long kicking. So it's going to be very important, and we'll see it in the second half.
Yeah, I think it's been a masterclass from Harry, really. His accuracy, his range of kicks, different styles of kick, you know, from attacking ones to ones that are going to build pressure with it. But again, off the back of it, I do feel the side that's most disciplined in and around it will be the side that goes on and win it. This is how Wigan will score points, but they need to be disciplined around it, and so do Wakefield too.
Yeah, I think Jake Truman nailed it. You know, they'll want to fix the discipline, like Jamie says, and that'll be their talk at half-time. Come out like they started the first half, this second half, really take it to Wigan. Good discipline, and you know, get themselves back in the game because Wigan had the upper hand towards the end there.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. For now, the players are back out on the pitch, so let's take you up to Jonathan Davis, Brian Noble, and our commentator, Matt Newsom.
Thank you, Tanya. So the teams know their fate if they get through this one. Wigan or Wakefield will play St Helens in the semi-finals, and Warrington will take on Hull KR over the weekend of the 9th and 10th of May. So the carrot's dangling. Who is going to take the first and most crucial bite out of it in this second half?
Well, I think the most immediate challenge is for Wakefield. They've got to survive for another 6 minutes without Tavanga, down to 12 men. Smith will definitely want to get to the right. They'll start the second half as they did the first, to get into the other end of the field and try to dominate possession, and then maybe taking advantage of that one man down.
Yeah, like as we said, you know, it's going to be tight. It is tight. Small things will, you know, make the difference. So it's, I think Wakefield will try and get that offloading game again. It's, you know, risk and reward really. But Wigan with Harry Smith, you know, he's been instrumental in nearly everything Wigan have done.
So Luke Thompson with the first hit up of the second half, and immediately Wakefield lay out their stall, which is run if you dare. And Patrick Mago dared, and he left Corey Hall on the floor. So it's going to be that kind of game. Neither side letting up in the intensity. Walters, big stomp.
It'll be interesting to see how long he leaves Mago on again now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a dummy half. O'Neill, who's a big lad himself for a hooker. Partington running aground.
Release for
Muweli finishing off that tackle. And Samba.
5. Move! 6 to go!
Oh, they've got a set restart.
Yeah, that's... How crucial could that be? Halfway line. Another set.
I guess in the studio talked about Cammy and JP.
Yeah,
discipline.
Faramond hopping and skipping. Partington rolling down the field.
Release! Goal 2.
O'Neill finds Smith, really engages the line. Here goes Marshall, plenty to do. Farrell up in support. Dragged down. They're pushing their luck, Wakefield. Partington to Smith. Oh, the kick is delicate. For Eckersley! Brilliantly worked by Wigan.
Reset. It's so difficult now, Brian, as you said, the momentum on the kicking game of Harry Smith again. Brilliant touch. Very well created try by Wigan. Come out of the blocks.
Well, the 6 again didn't help them at all. It was on play 5 on halfway line. You'd be filthy about that. Other than that, the movement, the kick, excellent from Wigan.
Brilliant.
On the money from Smith, and Eckersley finished well, and the short-handed Trinity defence with Tavanga in the bin is opened up again.
I think they could have put it through the hands as well. They had extra numbers there. I think they had a 4-on-3, so, but right decision, beautiful deft kick.
Cheers, Rich.
Eckersley scores in the corner. What a start, second half for Wigan. As you said, man short, make the most of it.
Well, it also reinforced the fact that that's a pretty accurate kicker, isn't it, for Boy Smith?
So Adam Kieran with a chance to give Wakefield, Wigan some daylight, 2-score lead. Off the tee. As he takes his time, composing himself. Kieran. A picture of concentration. He's drilled it wide of the target, so it remains a 6-point ball game.
Well, it's not over for sure.
Oh no.
Wakefield will have certainly plenty to say in the rest of this game, but they just got jabbed and right crossed by Wigan in the fact that they just took advantage of the 6 again and the fact they had a man down.
Finally poised. Let's get down to Kevin Brown.
Thanks, Matt. First of all, Patrick Mago's passed his HIA, so he's on the field and ready to go. And Matt's Pete's message was they've just got to control the key moments better, and it was really positive at half-time and cut out the yardage penalties. And for Darryl Powell, he thinks his side look really dangerous in good ball, but they just need to be patient and wait till they get down there before they start playing.
Well, I love Kev's comments, and I love Matty Pete's comments, but Darryl Powell's comments will be reinforced with you've got to get down to their end of the field, which is part of Wakefield's task.
Penalty here for Wigan. Offside.
Discipline, you know, that's just, there's no need for trying to steal there.
Slugged to touch. Better starting point for Wigan. Now making hay while Wakefield are down.
Move now! That's one. Goal one.
Yeah, it's been a very costly sin bin.
Walters marauding forward with it. Real purpose. Partington has it. Now Smith, he really took it into the teeth. Field just sticks the brakes on. Samba fronting up.
Three. Hold. Tangled in.
Hamlin got trapped behind the ruck for a minute. Walters, he went for catch and pass.
Yeah, he's looking for Field there on the run.
Goal four.
Wigan still have it. Farrow on to Mago, then have to almost start from scratch, and he's dropped it.
Yeah, it's a loose carry.
Yeah, he did drop it.
On the back under.
Chance for Wakefield to get a foot in the game.
Yeah, full complement now, Wakefield.
Tavanga with some making up to do for his teammates. Place in the semi-finals of the Betfred Challenge Cup is up for grabs. And by no means is this game really swinging either way at the moment. Lino, he went for the pass out the back, but he didn't really have the shape. Tavanga, Truman. Lots for Johnston to do.
But it helps tire this middle forwards for Wigan out, the ball movement that Wakefield are coming up with.
Pitts onto Hamlin Ueli. He just went straight through, got the pass away. Nicotimo fending. Then Semba comes in. Sprightly move from Wakefield. Smoothie. They've popped an offload out from somehow.
Oh, did well to get out of the way.
Lino to Truman. Big kick for Johnston. Oh, brilliantly claimed by Eckersley.
It's great competition in the air with the wingers there. Brilliant take.
Great football, offload football.
Yeah.
Truman finds a kick, great, accurate kick. And now Wakefield trying to back that out with some serious attack in their defence.
They are hunting, they are shooting up.
Another high shot. There's no need for it. There's Tavanga again. Oh, what a momentum killer that is.
Well, he's looking around for his mates to give him a bit of a hand out there.
It's just
That's high.
No, just go low.
Bicep around the head.
He's not got anywhere to go, really. Jazz Tavanga there, other than contrition.
Well, they're two smaller men as well, so you have to go real low on a small man to have impact with his shoulder.
Brad O'Neill channeling a bit of Speedy Gonzalez. Here comes Walters. Shunting forward. O'Neill poised. Ellis. Smith to Nsemba. Wakefield's defence has Venom behind it. O'Neill onto Thompson. Plundering yards.
Harry Smith.
Yeah, he's the man who's got the keys to unlock. It's a big kick. It's patted. Ellis. Fudged that in the end, didn't he?
I think it's a knock on Wigan, so
I hope he knew it was a knock on.
yeah, I did, yeah.
The kick.
Wigan have really kind of come out second half, guns blazing, haven't they?
Pitts appealing for a headbutt. Is it
Bouncing here now. Crowds getting behind their sides.
We're going to hear from Darryl Powell. Darryl, how do you combat what we're going to do to you at the moment?
We're under a bit of pressure now. Obviously, we had a sin bin which we're going to take advantage of, and we've got to fight our way back into it. But it's not an awful lot going our way at the minute. A long way to go, and it's still pretty close.
Thank you, Darryl. Appreciate it. Darryl Powell there, and he sees his side clear their ends on that set. And they limit Wigan's go forward here.
Oh no! That's one. Hold the 10. Go one. That's fine. Don't turn play, boys.
Just the 6 points in it at the moment.
Well, Darryl Powell made an interesting comment, and pretty accurate from my point. They need things to start going their way. They can help a whole lot more by making sure they don't play 5 go-agains and 2 penalties away.
Yeah.
Release him!
Wigan just on the cusp of Wakefield territory. Thompson. He got shook that time by Van Ganaert. Smith just poking the kick behind, making Wakefield play out from deep.
Well, and this is the kind of system we've gone into set for set. After the start of the second half, now we've both got 13, so this is going to who breaks first.
Johnston. Nice, shrugged up a couple of tackles there, but he wasn't able to really get on the front foot. Brad O'Neill held up a hand as if to say, I haven't tipped him.
Straight out for.
They're after everything now. He swayed him, hasn't he? The fans have swayed him.
Definitely.
He's cracked under the pressure.
He was tempted with the Johnson one, the play before, wasn't he? He was tempted. Wasn't it a penalty? Wasn't it a penalty? Well, that one is. I'll give you that one. And this is how it happened for Wakefield in the first half. They got some field position with a penalty. This is the part of the field they want to be in. Great sidestep.
Van Ganaert showing the grace, the balletic grace to go with the power. Trey Lalicio is on.
He's on. Watch out.
Straight out, Brad. 2 in the line. Oh, God.
Smoothie to Truman. So often the key to unlocking defences. Van Ganaert's surge. Truman brings in Lalicio again. A big human being. Wigan showing some defensive mettle. Truman to Lino. Waving the wand. Jowett. Oh, he almost slipped between. That was a hand in there from Wigan.
That's 6 again.
That should be a set restart. Cam Scott doesn't need it. Touches in behind the posts. And Wakefield back up and in the game.
Oh, great football. Offload. You think he's caught. And then it's Cam Scott. Step. Under the sticks. But they're going to have a look at it.
Yeah, Jack Smith, take a look at this one.
Just confirm there's no knock on in the build-up. Have a look.
Tackle 4, got try. We're checking for a potential knock-on in the build-up. He's going to the collision where the offload happens. Jowett's in possession here. That goes go back to camera 4. This is that same play, but on the wide angle, whichever your wide angle is, just to check perspective. But we've established that it comes off Jowett. This one might do us actually. Established that it's always off Jowett. The first bit's off Jowett, and it's then off Jowett backwards before it touches a Wigan player. So this is play on now, so we can run this all the way through now. Let's stay on this one for grounding. And the ball is grounded. I made my decision.
I tell you what, that's a good try to keep the ball alive there. They're under intense pressure. And then Cam Scott just spots a gap in between the last 2 defenders. Just kept it alive. That's when they're dangerous.
I did him a disservice as well, Matt. I said it was right foot, left foot. I think it was left foot, right foot. I could be wrong
Either way, it had Wigan spooked, it had you spooked, Brian Noble.
I think they defended very well. Look, Farrell got onto Jewett, slipped wide, but then 1 offload, 2 offloads, and then the direct approach. Tired prop forward Thompson there. I think we'll be tied up again, lads.
It is close, this game, isn't it? And Matt Ellis living it like a fan. He's a fan with a checkbook. That's what Wakefield are happy about.
Well, Darryl Powell is right as well. We're good in attack. You just got to get there, Darryl. You just got to get there.
You're right, as you said, it's the field position they've struggled with. Once they get field position, so you'd think that Wigan have just got to keep their discipline. And again, it's the penalty, wasn't it?
Hoofed through by Jowett. We are all square. Darryl Powell seldom shows a flicker of emotion up there in his coaching position. Ably supported by Michael Shanting, one of the heroes of his cast team, particularly of 2017, but he's repeating the stylistic nature of that cast side here at Wakefield just along the way. And now Wigan pegged back again, and this game is anyone's. Lalicio plays it. Smoothie. You had to see Harvey Smith injected into this game, and he will bring the noise when he comes.
He can run.
Hit the line, Brad. Hit the line. Hold.
Smoothie, though, consummate. Lalicio, he's had some big moments so far.
Good tackle there, though. Kieran came in.
Jay Pitts. He is really...
He has had a good game.
Yeah.
Very good game, Jay Pitts.
36 years old, he still has that youthful abandon about him. Last one here for Wakefield. Wigan have done well to limit, and they've even forced an error, and it's that one again. Just Tavanga, it's not a greatest hits episode from him so far.
No. He's always got a captain challenge if he thinks he's got it wrong.
Yeah, he's got to have a word, isn't he? Because he's having one of those days, having a shocker. No matter what he does, you know.
He just dropped it.
Okay, boys, what do you want it? Okay.
And Sam Essay gives him the big see you later on the chest.
Scrum down.
Just insult him some more.
And the angry faces everywhere, innit? Angry faces everywhere. Like you said, it's a great out for the referees, isn't it? Go on, captain's challenge then, mate. Go on. If you think it's right, have a captain's challenge.
It's soon. It's a week from the chaff comment, isn't it? Yeah.
Perhaps not in such a threatening manner, Jiffy, from the referee.
Sorry.
Head down. Head down. Head down. Shot clock off.
Trey Lalicio struggling with the simple basics of a scrum.
Get your head down. Simple. Oh. And again, that mistake again just gives the momentum back to Wigan. Momentum was with Wakefield after that try.
You might have heard a little bit of fruity language in that scrum. Apologies for that, didn't you? Sunday lunchtime. Samise running aground. Lalicio really stuck the boot in there, metaphorically.
I'm very impressed with Wangener. Really impressed with him.
How good is he?
Yeah, he could be a great, couldn't he?
Thumping.
It's all happening now.
Oh, getting aggressive here now. Oh, and a penalty to Wakefield.
Brad O'Neill and Tyson Smoothie, and it's just exploded.
Did O'Neill throw the first one there? Oh, it's all happening here. And if you're Tavanga now, just walk away, mate, because nothing's going your way at the minute.
Yeah, he went back after Sam Essay, didn't he? Having had a little spat with him before.
Well, it must be serious. One of them lost the shirt. Well,
there we go.
Everybody mentioned discipline at our time. We did. The coaches have, and it's the last thing we've seen. Every time somebody's had some field position, it's been on the back of poor discipline. It will happen again now.
It has gone pear-shaped, I tell you. 22 all. 56 minutes on the clock. You've got to keep your calm. So the last thing you want is flaring up. It'll be interesting. Well, it's a Wigan penalty, isn't it? That's the first thing.
Pick your battle.
It was a Wakefield.
Was it the first one? I don't know. Is it better? I think there's nothing in it. Get on with the game now. Restart.
I think the original decision went to Wakefield, didn't it?
It did, yes, it did. So no one's going to throw a punch.
that Streets of Rage?
It's like cameras everywhere.
Or Royal Rumble or something, wasn't it?
Me and you'll get it on, Jonathan. No cameras in here either.
We both agree on that. What we've got the first defence is Brad O'Neill clearly pushes Jay Pitts in the ruck. That's the first defence. Now, as captains, both senior players on this field have been around a long time. What we can't have is players from both teams running in from distance and taking the control away from me. Now, I'm cup game. I'm going to leave it with you as captains to manage that. Speak to your boys. I don't want to see players running from distance when I've made a decision. Okay, the penalties to Wakey. Thank you, Liam. Cheers, Jim.
Fair play. Dealt with that smoothly enough.
Yep.
In your day, Brian, then you go back to your players next time, we're all in.
Yeah. You don't often see a lot of talking to players in inverted commas, do you?
No.
To be honest. What did he say? What did he say? Nah, carry on.
Just keep your discipline.
Al Powell agitated, fair to say. His side have got the penalty though.
Yeah, because, they're under pressure. I think it was the first tackle, wasn't it? And then they took him from a penalty and they turned it over. There he goes.
Banging out front, so boy, he got squished. Lolesio again is tireless. Tigerish.
He's not the biggest, but I tell you, he runs hard.
Frisco Irish said he fancied a bit of this. I wonder if he's changed his opinion, having seen the last 5 minutes. Good position here for Wakefield. All square. Truman. Jowett just managed to get on the outside shoulder, but he lost a second or two.
Good defence. Good defence from Eckersley and Smith. Oh, Kieran.
Truman to Pitts. Lino, who somehow rode the challenge, booking like a bronco here as he's tackled eventually by Farrell.
Truman's in position.
Smith really raced to Truman there, cut down his time. Nicotimo. Cam Scott on the rampage.
That's all right.
That's
all right.
all right.
The ball over there.
It's gone up a couple of notches now. Intensity.
Now it's Wigan's turn to play British Bulldog with the ball. Wakefield are waiting for them.
Straight out off that ball. Hold.
Kieran braves the assault.
Release. Get back, Corey.
Now Jay Field.
It's good.
They're slightly back off, don't the defenders almost naturally just slightly back off on Jay Field. But they've got a hand of him there. Ellis down the middle. Last one here for Wigan. Wakefield keeping them inside their own half for that set.
40.
Taken by Pratt, and now Wakefield will have a crack of their own.
Well, they're good at this, Wigan.
They're good, yeah.
They like the set for set. They're really, really confident when they get into this kind of scenario, when who's going to break first. I think we saw in the first half that Wakefield couldn't quite go with the programme. They'll be looking to do that now.
Harvey Smith is on, and we might just see the little Duracell bunny from dummy half as he trots to the play the ball. Truman, Vangana, he's only got one setting, hasn't he? Which is just full throttle.
He's looking for the offload all the time.
Last tackle, Lino. It's a tricky one for Field, and he patched it well.
Hold. Go on.
This is now an arm wrest, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we get back.
20 minutes. Long 20 minutes.
It's a long arm wrestle, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little break. Something will give.
Jackson Field looking on. How he would love to be out there and influencing things. He's been a key part this season, but Lino preferred at the moment.
Offload. 5. Move. They make hold.
Cade Ellis plays it. Smith will boot it.
Give 10, boys.
Plenty of height on that. Good for the chase. Jowett could almost hear the hooves.
they've got the slight advantage in the kicking game, haven't they? Harry Smith is up and unders or bombs, whatever you call it. They are just hanging, and it's very difficult to take.
Wigan fans are ramping things up. That's the semi-final draw, in case you missed it at half-time. Warrington Hull KR, Saints versus Wakefield or Wigan. Ties on the 9th and 10th of May. And that's a confirmation of semi-finals, both double headers on both days for the men's and women's comp. And the big date to mark in your diary, Challenge Cup Finals Day, men's and women's, from Wembley, 30th of May.
Well, Jonathan, you've nailed it. The kicks from Wakefield not quite as effective as Smith's kicks in their clearance, so hence they're edging down the field set by set.
It's a small advantage.
Aggression shown in defence that time by Harvey Smith. Kieran didn't like it. Now it's spouting off at the play the ball. Mima Meakin trying to play peacekeeper.
As Wakefield players, you don't want to get involved now when they've got the ball. Just keep your head.
And Harry Smith just darted into the gap that was left behind. O'Neill to Partington. Oh, we're going to create a bit of chaos here. Berrimond, great step from him.
Good acceleration as well. Great tackle.
What a tackle. What a tackle. Try saver and a half.
Field swings to the middle. Steps to the middle. Another fine tackle for Wakefield, but they are on the precipice potentially here. Last one.
Went the wrong way.
May go. Oh, he's found Kieran with a cut-out ball. Who finds Eckersley?
Brilliant pass, Mago.
Wow! Super try from Wigan, and as you say, Patrick Mago at the heart of it, and a second for Eckersley.
Well, we talk about Patrick Mago and how he moves the chains and dents the line. But he's got two players with passes that have created tries for Wigan.
I know.
Same again on this right-hand side. Take a bow, Patrick Mago.
I thought they'd gone the wrong way with Smith lined up, but again, watch his pass. What a pass that is. Cuts two men out, finds Kieran, just watch it. He assesses it, two men. It's brilliant, brilliant play. Corey Hall, just a little bit of ball watching, but the pass beats him. He's got two men on his inside to watch. Goes past him, Johnson is committed, 2-on-1. Simple running for Eckersley.
Well, in the first half, I said Patrick Mago fancies himself a halfback. Remembers he's a prop. He's just forgot completely he's a prop now.
Out the window, man.
He said, I don't care what you think. Yeah. I'm going to play halfback.
Be a big halfback.
Genuine skill.
It was a super pass.
So Adam Kieran.
In this game as well, 2 points are getting very important.
The rain, as it has done on sporadic occasions, has decided to empty itself on the pitch here at Bellevue DIY Kitchen Stadium. Wakefield aggrieved to the side of their posts. Kieran, has he got the mark? No good. So it's a 4-point ball game, single score. Neil Fox, you know all about kicking goals.
4,500 points.
How many?
4,500 points for Wakefield.
Wow.
You telling me earlier you had 15 tries in your career, didn't you?
Buried, Brian Noble. Rest in peace.
Yeah. I think there's not many people who can live with Foxy, let me tell you.
So just over quarter of an hour to go. Wigan in the driving seat. But Wakefield still have a chance to get their hands on the wheel, that's for sure.
Release!
Now you're doing big minutes. Partington onto Ellis. Onto Smith now, and Samba comes
Big boys will come now. Big boys will come down the middle.
Moore trying to police that ruck as best he can. A bit like herding cats.
If you are holding in, should he be penalised?
Sometimes you know yourself, it's hard to get your arm out of the situation.
It is, yeah, it is.
I think the referee gives him the benefit of the doubt there.
Again, look at that kick. The hang time it's so easy for the chase. The hang time, they can get there, just stand off and wait for him.
Pratt. Johnston, it's turn to take it in, take one for the team. The big yardage carries. Wakefield are desperate for them here. Smith, that's what he's in the side for, certainly. Doubling up meters.
No, I don't want to run into him.
Tackle. Yeah. Lino really has to get them out of trouble here, Trinity.
Again, doesn't find grass, just watch where they start the set.
Well, the other interesting point that you made, doesn't find the height or the hang time.
He doesn't.
To get his team down there.
And if that's the case, he's got to find grass.
Yep.
Big quarter of an hour to go here as Wigan march forward. We're going to hear from Matt Peake now. Matt, your side are in control on the scoreboard. Are you happy with the control of the game?
At the moment, yeah. I mean, I think emotional control, whichever team handles that the best, the back end of this game will get the result. I think there's been bouts of ill discipline in both teams, and generally points have come off the back of that. But it's a messy game, quite untidy. You know, it's lacked a bit of control at time. I think whichever team can handle that best in this spell will come out on top. But there's no doubt Wakefield are going to show plenty of shape and second phase. That was.
Really appreciate your time, Matt. Thank you very much for offering your time in the middle of the game. A game that means so much to both Matt and Darryl Powell, of course. Both agreeing to contribute to the output this afternoon. Place in that semi-final against Wigan, against St Helens, is up for grabs. Wigan or Wakefield. Who's going to grasp it? Truman to Jowett. Hall keeps it moving. Tom Johnston, has he got the pace? Jowett's feeling the effects. Then backwards, says Liam Moore. Jowett got a real bang.
He's got to get up quickly, unfortunately.
Lino shrugs off the tackle from Mago. Maybe those energy reserves are just draining a little. The Wigan's big front rower, Partington.
He's still down, Joe. He's been winded, I think, isn't he?
Play on. On 5.
Lino with the kick, last tackle. He's giving it hang time. Johnston with a genuine contest there, but well taken.
Good. He's been good, hasn't he? Because the end of the high ball, it's been a good battle between them two.
Marshall trying to clear the deck, smacks Jowett. Holds up a hand to say, I'm okay, but
he's looking in the box there at the Jowett tackle. He might have got a calls for a little bit of lateness there.
Cade Ellis giving away Wigan a bit of front football. Farramond, oh, he's dangerous.
5. Move, Isaiah. Or 5.
Last tackle. Wigan have it. Smith is going to run it and then he'll kick it. Ali Pratt watched it.
But look at the chase again. Jewett's got to go. Oh no, he's looked after him there, hasn't he? Lino's gone, you're not having it.
He looks busted, doesn't he, Joe?
He does.
Yeah, at the moment, he is gritting his teeth and playing on, but it doesn't look comfy. Smith to McMeekin. I got it wrong there with Kai Rodwell in terms of running lines. Rodwell, short that time.
5. Move, roll away. Go 5.
Smith to Lino. We put that one flat, and I thought that was going to be a spiral, but it's an end over end that's all over the shop. Jay Field somehow squeezed himself into the field of play there.
Did well.
And he was almost away.
What a brilliant piece of rugby league.
A lot of
what
tired
a catch on the sideline.
What a lot
starters.
A lot of tired forwards now.
And then he beats two people afterwards. Just be satisfied. Wow, what a play.
O'Neill moves it on to Marshall. Wigan just jabbing away at Wakefield here. Thompson, the latest. Can they slip another through the guard? Bounces to Walters.
It's gone back.
Oh, have you heard that? It's never back was one player's opinion.
Play the ball. Go 5.
O'Neill to Smith. Oh, as he cut that right, it might turn out to be something useful in the end. It was a really good take from Tom Johnston.
And then he beats 5 people within 5 metres. What a catch. Under pressure. I'd have been happy just on the ground.
That's
not
tough.
me.
Straight out now. 2. Hurry back. Go 2. Always out.
Such a great match this is.
Truman to Jowett, who seems to have shrugged off his earlier concerns. They'll offload to Lino. Second phase here from Wakefield that Matt Pete was talking about.
Trapped. 3. Go trapping.
Scott to Lino. Rodwell. That was a hospital ball.
I'll send him a thank you letter next week.
Yes.
Truman. He looked for that inside passer, it was not. Jowett got it wide to Johnston. Johnston's got a yard. Now Corey Hall. Put it marching into touch. And that is Wigan defensively to a T.
That's a big play, that is.
Well, that exemplifies their attention to detail from their coaching through the week. You get anybody near the sidelines, here you go. One misses, so he's down the sideline is Johnston. Ryman's coming back. And the next Wakefield player surrounded by 5 red and white jumpers and pushes him over the sideline.
He's defended well. Young kid there. Firing on, it's just, he's been good. He's not, Johnson's had the outside in him twice and he showed him the outside and he's made the tackle. Using the touchline as an extra defender.
Out there, Kai! That's 1. Get back, hold. Don't pin him in, Liam.
To Marshall.
Go 1, pins him in.
Rodwell was almost stuck in the ruck there, but managed to prize himself out.
Release! Go
Farrell halted and Sember.
This is where the clock goes very quickly for Wakefield and very slowly for Wigan. Into the 70th odd minute.
And rushing close to that player of the match time, but it's so undecided at the moment. It's hard to pick a genuine winner out of plenty of candidates as Sam Walters is felled like a big old oak. So 6'7" of him. Big kick. Pratt underneath it. Oh, Marshall got in his eye line. Farrell to Ellis. Wigan have got it back, and now they can perhaps finish it off here. Now Farrell barrels.
Oh, it's a great tackle. That's a brilliant tackle. Brilliant tackle.
Tackle 1, mate. I'm there. I'm clear.
So Wigan have to go back to the 10.
Brilliant tackle.
Thompson sets the point. We're going to have options either side. Farriman will take it. Partington pumping the legs. O'Neill back to Smith. The miss pass finds Farrell, but he has to come from deep.
Get back.
Wigan really putting the squeeze on now. Field tries to travel. Hamlin Ueli got in, then he didn't have him. McMeekin didn't have him. And Sember! What a carry! Oh, it squirmed out. But how did it squirm out?
I think he was trying to get rid of it himself.
I have no try.
So, Liam Moore's going to get this checked out by Jack Smith with a no try on field call.
We'll have a look. Calm down. We'll have a look.
Tackle 4, we've got no try. We are checking how the ball comes out of this tackle. He's in possession at this point. He's looking to try and score. He's looking to try and score. Can we grab something from the other side, please? Unwell's wrapping the ball up. McMeekin's wrapping the ball up. No, McMeekin is wrapping the ball up, and Junior and Sember is trying to score here. We got anything else? Just watch one other angle of it.
It is not going like that.
McMeekin's hand is under the ball. He's trying to his hand's under the ball and he's trying to prevent Junior from scoring. The ball is away from his body, and the ball is lost forwards in the in-goal area. It will be no try. It will be a 20-metre restart.
Wow. Cheers, mate. No try, and a 20-metre restart for Wakefield. 7 tackle sack. What a crucial time.
It's the right call. I think it's the right call.
It is the right call. You've got to try and wrap the ball out if someone's going for the try. That's what McMeekin did.
Well, Wakefield are in this horrible situation, a good situation, not conceding the try, but needing to score themselves.
I know.
Can they make their way downfield? They're certainly giving it a good fist of it. Tabanga keeps it moving. Lino goes right into the teeth and finds Scott. Scott looking to prize his way through.
Good yardage. Plenty of tackles left.
Here goes McMeekin. And to Truman. Oh, Van Ganar got rocked.
He's marked him up well in the second half, Wigan, haven't he?
Oh, set restart. That is Wakefield.
No then.
Wow.
This is it.
Smith to Truman. Van Ganar. Can he be destructive? Here inside the 20, sorry. Truman. Now McMeekin. Still pumping those legs. Now the tackle held.
Thank you.
Lino now onto Truman. Flat ball for Nicotimo. They're in range.
Hit the line, kid.
Still a couple of tackles left here. Truman. Hamlin Ueli. Banging on the door. Last one. Smith to Truman. Lino. Corey Hall. Wigan stand firm.
Again. Great defence.
Well, they've got to restrict territory here, Wakefield, to get another crack at them.
Yeah,
5
another
minutes.
crack.
Oh, discipline there, boys. Time off. There you go, mate.
Walters.
Brilliant tackle again. Look, they come in. Eckersley's defended so well, and once he stays upright, they go in and close him down.
Hold. Go on.
Textbook stuff. Marshall. Wakefield desperate to keep Wigan hemmed in. Foul as the sun comes out again. What a ridiculous day weather-wise. What a topsy-turvy game we've had likewise. Wakefield aiming up. Wigan biting down on the gum shield.
Release. Go for.
Thompson. Menacing run from him, and that's just what Wigan needed. And now Harry Smith, the master boot. It's put that as far in the corners as possible.
Beautiful
well
play.
today, hasn't he?
Beautiful play.
He's been the difference in the teams, truth be.
So Wakefield's turn.
One, get back. Go on.
Tom Johnston. Corey Hall.
Hall.
Wakefield trying to quicken things up. Tabanga. Lino then finds Jowett. Keeps it moving. Cam Scott.
Oh, good angle.
He sliced nicely.
Really
didn't he,
good
there?
angle, yeah, he did.
Back to Lino. Tabanga. He goes into the teeth. Truman. Oh, he's taken down by Partington.
It's good aggressive defence from Wigan.
Hamlin Ueli finds Lino. They're going to run it here. Cam Scott got to accelerate. Lino. Brad O'Neill belts him.
Right on the kick.
Jowett keeps it moving. Truman trying to run this. Truman's opened them up. Jowett's in support. He's pinched by O'Neill. What a game changer!
What a defensive play. What a defensive play that is.
Wowzer.
Brilliant break by Truman. Just watch it. Rush up, he cuts inside. Watch the work rate.
Wow.
Brilliant defensive play, Brad O'Neill.
What about the anticipation from O'Neill, never mind the play.
So the final knockings of this game.
Tackle.
Wakefield desperate to keep it alive. It's only 4 points in it. And Brad O'Neill just bangs that away as far as he can.
This is it.
Tom Johnston returning it here for Wakefield, trying to keep it alive. Just over a minute to go. Lino to Truman. Nicotimo takes more space away from Wigan.
Hold. 6 again.
Oh, set restart.
Again, if they've got time.
Yeah, Wigan happy just to slow it down and concede the set restart.
That's one. Paul Brad. Goal on. Thank you.
Smith finds Truman. Lino. Oh, here comes Van Ganar. Brilliant defence again.
Release.
Less than a minute to play. Wakefield in Hail Mary territory nearly. Hamlin Ueli.
Hands out. Free.
This game is not over.
It's going to go to the wire. Truman. Cam Scott, can he get on the outside of his man? Flings it inside and Samba has taken Wigan surely now into the semi-final. Jonathan Davis, we're right at the end of this one. Betfred player of the match in the Challenge Cup. Who is it?
Well, it's been brilliant. Smith has been brilliant. Truman's been brilliant. But kind of only one. Patrick Mago. What an impact he's made from the bench. Unbelievable. Try scoring passes. Try scoring. Few big hits. He turned the match.
And so Liam Moore draws this one to a close. And Wigan will join their bitter rivals Saints, Warrington and Hull KR in the semi-finals of the Challenge Cup. Warrington against Hull KR, St Helens against Wigan is the final 4 draw. Wakefield have been gutsy and brave, but at the end, Wigan just had the muscle to get it over the line.
What a brilliant cup match. You know, it's nice to see, you know, rugby back, you know, at this ground. Brilliant support from the supporters for Wakefield. They gave it everything, absolutely everything. But Wigan, just the experience and the kicking of Smith and the involvement of Mago just made the difference.
The difference is Smith for me as well. Mago with a couple of eye-blinking plays to create tries, but he kicks as well for try, Smith, and his control of the game when it was getting iffy and fractured, and towards the end there you thought, yeah, Wakefield showed what they're about as well and could have snatched it right at the death, but we can go through.
What a wonderful game, and it had to be a winner. Wakefield can feel harshly treated. They gave it all, but it's Wigan's game, 26-22. They have won. Their player of the match, Patrick Mago, is with Kevin Brown.
Well, Paddy, first of all, let's get this round, yeah? Congratulations, a try. One of the best balls, big minutes. How happy about your own performance and through to the semi-final?
Yeah, no, very happy about that. We knew Wakey was going to be strong today, and thought we needed to be on that A game to come out and get that 2 points to get the win today. So thought the boys did that and dug deep and got that win.
And it was a shaky start, but there was no panic. They actually got you on and Big Sam Essay to shore things up. How was you happy with the pack today?
Yeah, no, we obviously we always believe in ourselves, and to come back from that, I think all the boys knew that if we just dug deep, you know, we could come away with the win, and I thought we did that well.
And I don't know whether you know, but you've got St Helens in the semi-final. Bit of redemption.
Yeah, tough game last week, but yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, Paddy, congratulations and good luck in the next round. Junior, congratulations. First of all, how's the body? 80 minutes. You wasn't expected to play. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good. Obviously, got my recovery done. The physios did what they had to with me through the week. Been nice and it's been recovering, so I'm happy that I played today. It's obviously a great game to play. Yeah, Wakefield were an amazing side.
Yeah, you said you're happy. How happy was you when you leaped like a giant salmon catching that ball at the end?
Jesus Christ, last play of the game. It's like obviously we all had to put our bodies on line, didn't we? Wakefield were attacking real well, but obviously last minute you have to put everything that you got. So.
And in the next round you've got St Helens. What's your thoughts on that contest?
Yeah, no, it'd be good to get them back. Obviously played at their place last week, didn't go our way. So it'll be a very entertaining game to watch, and hopefully we can get one back.
And just finally, how tough was that, Junior? Obviously the start of the game you went behind by 12 points. You drag your team back in it. How difficult was that to get over the line?
Yeah, it was real tough. Obviously we didn't help ourselves at the start of the game, defending for like 15 minutes straight. But as we say, we had to find a way. Harry controlled the game, so did Jack and Jay, the leaders. So we just listened to them, and as I said, it was tough, but the fans made it 10 times easier. So.
Well, it was great to see you back out there. Good luck in the next round, Junior.
Wow, what a game. We did save the best till last, but let's just sum up what has happened this weekend. St Helens, Hull KR and Warrington were all through. Wigan have just pipped Wakefield to make it through to the semi-finals, and this is the complete draw then for the semi-finals. It will be Warrington Wolves against the holders, Hull KR, and then we have St Helens against Wigan. Those ties will be played on the 9th and 10th of May. We'll bring you all the details soon. Well, we've got the Wigan head coach with us, Matt Pete. Matt, how's your blood pressure, first of all, after that one?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Better than this time last week, you know. So, yeah, it's been like I say, it's been a challenging week. Really proud of some of the performances off the back of what we did in training, particularly our right edge. Thought Jack took some big steps, played very tough. Probably summed us up today, you know. Ballsy, I thought.
We talked to you before about the defence, and boy, in that last 5-10 minutes, did they stand up?
Yeah, and a lot of it was just scramble efforts, desire. When the system broke down, which it did a few times, you know, Wakefield throw a bit at you, but I just thought we had a little bit more desire. That's something where St Helens outdid us last week.
Can you give us a hint of what you have been talking about and working on in the week as you look at some of these defensive efforts?
Yeah, there's no secret to it. It's about talking about what's in front of you, coming up with a decision and then covering your mate's backside, and a lot of what you're seeing there. I don't hold the players to task too much on the decisions they make, but you know, the communication and their attitude to cover for one another, I think, is what defines good defensive teams.
Yeah, I think as well, to come from 12-0 down was a real test, wasn't it? You know, coming in and you're not in form and you get 12-0 down away here. To come back from that shows a hell of a lot of grit and courage. Yeah,
we never spoke about not being in form, you know. We speak about trying to do the things we do best, and I thought even in that opening period, apart from the tries were pretty soft in isolation, but we're all right in the cycle. But I do commend the players for just holding the nerve in that period, as you talk about.
You must be pleased with your second half defensive performance, not conceding a point, you know, in a big game like this.
Didn't feel that way, to be honest, but no, it's news to me. No, I just thought whichever team held the discipline, you know, it got quite untidy out there at times, and yeah, and like I said, I think there'll be moments though we'll look back on, and they're not really system things, but like I said, just the attitude to scramble.
And what about Paddy Mago? He came on earlier, but he was crucial in a lot of tries there.
Yeah, it's always a bonus when Paddy has an HIA, because it means you can get to, you know, he's a weapon of ours. You never know how long he's going to be out there for with the way the game flows, but I mean, the pass he picked for one of the tries, like, not many front rowers even see that.
Has he been working on that during the week?
He's just such a talented lad, you know, and obviously we're limited how many minutes he can play for, because he's a power athlete, but it's great to have that kind of footballer when you can.
And Zach Eckersley, you know, he's your starting winger now, defensively but in an attack. He had a wow of a game today.
Yeah, he did, and some of the kicks he fielded coming off his own goal line as well. But yeah, our right edge, honestly, I can't commend them enough. These lads know what it's like in professional sport. You know your own weaknesses, and when one of your edges have been pulled apart for a few weeks on the run, you take it personal as an edge, but as a team as well. So I thought Zach deserved everything he got today, and yeah, really proud. Adam Kieran's took a lot of responsibility leading that edge this week, speaking in meetings, guiding practice, and yeah, it's part of being a team, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's up against a big challenge against Tom Johnson this week, and I thought more than handled that as well.
Yeah, he's a freakish athlete, isn't he? You never quite know when you've got older. And I would imagine it would be a great game for the neutrals today because there was threat. Even though we got the win at the end, I thought we looked like we could lose it out to the end. So yeah, Tom's a fantastic player, and we did well to contain him for large parts.
Now, I don't know if you know, but you two are going to be meeting again in the semi-finals. You've got St Helens.
I didn't know that, but yeah, I look forward to it. I look forward to it.
Are you looking forward to it, Tris?
For sure. I think they started great last time, so we need to sort of contain that. But we'll play them 4 times this year now, so there's a lot of challenges ahead.
Well, we have run out of time here on BBC One. Matt, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you, gentlemen, all of you, for joining us. We will see you again for the semi-finals in 4 weeks' time. If it's anything like this, you do not want to miss it. From all of us here, goodbye for now.